Well, so Zachary, I do not care if you don't think it's worth it. We're doing it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fools and Flagons, a D&D campaign made up entirely by me, where the players do dumb things and I try to make sense of it. Yes, quite.
Good luck.
So, gonna get through announcements here. Stall for a bit of time. The Slund is good. Thank you,
You know
Pez.
what? Cobalt.
On top of streaming the D&D campaign every other Friday, we have Pez Plays pretty much every Monday. Whiskey Wednesdays is on alternating Wednesdays, and we have Metallurgy Magic kind of whenever the fuck we feel like it. The calendar should help you keep track of all that. We very rarely update it, so it's probably wrong, but that should give you an idea. So, if you would like to see our past adventures, you can watch the VODs that we have on YouTube. They come out the week after it airs live. Same with the podcast, and we are on most major platforms such as iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Pandora, Samsung, all that other fun stuff.
OnlyFans.
No.
Not yet.
Donations are never required, but always appreciated. If you would like to support us, please consider our Ko-fi page. All proceeds from donations and memberships go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it helps keep the podcast alive and well. We also want to thank you for your follows, subscriptions, and bits on Twitch. I do apologize that we cannot recognize them while we are playing, so that we do not interrupt the story, but your support of us is always appreciated.
Very much so.
So, follow and subscribe?
Cobalt talk.
No, that's...
Subscribe. Subscribe.
The more ooh-oos, the higher the boss's health gets.
Oh no!
Oh
And it will be a fair fight.
So, a few other announcements. Zeke is going to die tonight, first off.
Sorry, that was the one. That was it. I'm done.
That's a lie.
I'm done.
So we are going to be trying to get the Storm King's Thunder campaign back up and running. That will have Zeke being the DM. At the very least, that's not going to be anywhere close to happening until around November, once Halloween Horror Nights is finished. So we're still figuring out characters. We're going to try to figure out a time that we can do that. We have the players picked out that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be playing instead of DMing. But, so that's one thing to look out for towards the end of this year. Can't really think of anything else. We did finish the one-shot with the Skycarver arc. That's one net down, 500,000 to go. Trying to think if there's anything else that we wanted to chat about. Supposedly Zeke is eventually going to get some TikTok things going on, but
Pressure.
I'm gonna pressure the fuck out of him.
Every time I get started with it, I get sidetracked. I'm working on it.
How dare you?
If you start them, you got Kasumi.
Yeah,
But I could
sure.
maybe be convinced
Fry
to
candy.
do
purpose.
Vanera.
Do it!
I have a cowboy hat.
Yeah, good luck trying to make a bunny.
I have a pen.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to do
an
clips
apple?
right now
And
of our game. But if you guys want to do skits and send them to me, by all means, that's probably the easiest thing that I can post. Is
Pineapple
pre-made skits.
can.
stop spawning hamburger.
No! He will be spawned.
He's not there.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. I don't have stream avatars open.
Hamburger
Actually,
is-
I was gonna say, speaking of TikTok, Mitchell, can you please mark some funny spaces for us tonight, like you did a couple nights ago?
God, you're so needy.
I don't care if he says no. You're not required to do it.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Well, also, if you haven't already, please join the Discord. We're always looking for more people to play games with. We do a lot of stuff throughout the week, not even just with Pez Plays, but we'll pop on and we'll jump onto Tabletop Simulator, play some card games, Cards Against Humanity. We've been having a lot of fun with Chase the Ace. It's a very simple game to get into.
So good.
And we can have up to 8 people at one time, and there's only 6 of us in here, so plenty of spaces
Come
open.
play with us.
Superman.
Well, that about does it for everything that I have to talk about. Football season is coming up. I don't foresee it being a problem as far as streams go, but schedules may need to be shifted slightly because of that. We will have to see how things go. So, if anyone else has anything, 3, 2, 1. Nope.
I object.
What?
Veto. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Agreed.
Water.
So, last we left off. Somewhere deep in the forests of the Nightly Kingdoms, the Tempests set to work preparing a magical wagon home. At least one of them started to work on it. Zaan began fixing what he was able with the limited resources he had on hand. The others relaxed, explored, and tried to learn more about their new home.
Emphasis on didn't help.
What he
You
said.
are correct.
Snail was sent to continue cleaning within the pantry. Brick and Pez continued to rifle through the previous owner's belongings, while Vanera and Kasumi went about gathering materials for their own projects. After a stressful evening involving Vanera almost bearing witness to a flower murder, the Tempests went to bed with anticipation of the following day when they would receive the necessary parts to repair the wagon and a creature to pull it. So, we rejoin the 5 Tempests as the morning sun arises, birds are chirping, the wind is lazily blowing through the leaves. Whoosh. What would you all like to do?
Well, seeing that it's a brand new day, I would like to teach Hamburger a couple new tricks.
Interesting. Okay. What are you trying to teach him?
More dance moves.
Sorry, one more time?
More dance moves.
More dance moves. What are you teaching him this time?
Let's see. How about-
Slide.
Well, he already knows the Carlton.
Yeah.
How about
Cupid Shuffle?
yeah, why not?
Footloose.
No, Cupid Shuffle.
Okay. Animal handling check. Haven't done one of those in a while.
Oh wow, well would you look at that? I am proficient in that.
Who would have
The
thought that a
12.
ranger would be proficient in animal handling? 12. The dance moves didn't go quite as well as you would expect. You were very successful with the Carlton, and Hamburger is a little confused at what you're trying to do, and he keeps starting with the Cupid Shuffle, but then gets back into the Carlton, and you're just...
Defective.
Just keep trying.
He's broken. Defective. I need to talk to Mr. the Coyote and fix his brain.
We're gonna have to put him down.
We ain't doing that.
I'm sorry, boy. Look away.
We
Coyote!
ain't,
I need
we
another
ain't
one.
doing that.
So Pez is giving dancing lessons. What are the rest of you doing this fine, lovely day?
Same thing I do every day, Pinky. Repair the card.
Okay, so Zaan is up bright and early, begins working the wood once more. You are getting towards the end of what you were able to create with the one tree that you were able to knock down.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
I
no,
just like your
sorry,
choice of
you
words.
were starting to
Run out of.
prepare more wood, I thought. Am I incorrect?
If I'm not mistaken, I think we used pretty much what we could of the previous tree that was down and had to acquire new tree.
Okay, so that would be your task today. You have nothing left to work with, so you would have to fell something new.
That'll take about 5 seconds.
I
But
will
yes.
have fun.
Yay.
What are you going to do to help?
Get in the way.
Motivational speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got this!
I'm gonna make that tree fucking fall on your ass.
Make a performance check.
I believe! What?
Make a performance check.
Oh god.
That's what I was hoping for.
It's a 1. Please.
What'd you
tell me
get?
it's a 1.
Natural one.
A natural
my.
1.
Fucking Christ.
Zaan, you are beginning to work on chopping the tree with Vanera trying to help and cheer, but she's getting a little too close. And then you spend the next 15, 20 minutes chasing her away and explaining to her how close she was to getting decapitated. And Vanera, you're partway giggle snorting and partway like kind of sad, maybe just a little bit.
I was just trying to help.
Next time, we'll let the tree fall on you.
So you do experience a slight delay in your production today, Zaan, with the
Meanwhile, Brick is
help.
You're welcome.
Meanwhile, Brick is working on it.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Meanwhile, Brick is working on a totally different tree. Just nobody knows.
Can I go bother Brick?
Oh, God.
Absolutely.
I would like to go motivate Brick.
Performance check.
Go, Brick,
be another
go!
one.
12.
12. You're a little confused. You don't know why she's, like, egging you on. You kind of look at her, and you look at the tree, and you look at her, and you're like, what? So not so much a delay, but just a, eh.
I appreciate you, fair lady.
Yeah.
Kasumi?
So Kasumi, she's gonna kind of take her time in the morning, do some slight meditation, and then when the sun starts to peek out, she's gonna kind of go out into the clearing a little
Mhm.
and practice her form with her new weapon.
Okay. Which state are you using?
She's gonna use the sword form.
Okay, so just getting a better feel of how the weapon would be balanced, and okay.
She's gonna kind of do some practice maneuvers.
Okay. It's a very well balanced weapon. It almost looks like it would be very top heavy just with how big the blade is, but for how strong and sturdy that material seems to be, it's still weirdly light. Lighter than you would expect it to be. Okay. So, throughout the morning, two of you are working on preparing lumber. Vanera is trying to help. Pez is not helping at all, and Kasumi is familiarizing herself with her new weapon.
Help, help, help.
They said they would be here today, right?
Yes.
Okay. What time did it say? Anyone have that?
I don't think they said a time. They just said they'll be there that day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need to be by the road.
Okay, in that case, since I assume we're gonna have to be carrying stuff, after Brick gets like a tree or two felled for Zaan to use, he's gonna go make his way back to the road.
I want to go.
Okay. So Brick and Pez are going to be heading towards the road. The rest of you going to stay by the wagon, or?
Don's got a job to do, brah.
Okay.
Bruh.
So, is there anything the three of you would like to do while they go venture out towards the roadside?
I'd like to go bother Kasumi now.
And what are you doing to bother Kasumi?
Yoga.
Tai Chi.
Like right in front of her? Like she's in the middle, like mid sword swing, and you come out in downward dog, or?
I mean, I see she's with, using a sword, so I stay out of her way, but I just go over and
I
do
thought you were
yoga.
about to use Brooklyn to show us what position you were going to go into.
She's gonna have you know. She's like, don't want that.
Katsumi, she's trying to focus on her sword work, but as soon as she notices you, she gives you a couple side glances, but as you continue, she'll just laugh, sheath her sword, and come over and help teach you some meditation poses.
So you're
Yeah, you are too much right now. You need to calm the fuck down.
I shall teach you the lessons. That's what you learn.
okay.
I will learn these meditations. So yes.
You're wobbling through one thing, and Kasumi's just like, ugh. Walks over there and just like grabs and puts you in the right position. You're like, oh.
Thanks.
And then sweep her legs out from under her.
No.
Dead.
Yes.
All right, so Brick and
Yes,
Pez,
you must learn, young grasshopper.
you two begin making your way through the forest. I would like one or the other of you to make a survival check, as when you
I'll give you
came through
advantage.
here before, you were sprinting after Hamburger and not fully able to observe your surroundings.
Do I get advantage since he is helping?
Sure.
I'll use the
Thank
help
you.
action for pets.
So
It is
nicely.
one more, so it's 17.
17. I mean, you're familiar with traversing the landscape. You know that you can look up at the sky. You can see where the sun is. You're like, okay, we got to go north that way, and you're able to head off pretty easily. Hamburger is following after you. He does scurry through the bushes and finds himself a little rat to hunt down for his breakfast. It takes you 20-30 minutes of steady walking to finally reach the edge of the forest and across the sort of cleared out field before you. You are able to see the road.
There's a brick hat in his backpack.
Pez is distracted. Go away.
Brick is gonna take one of his hand axes and just knock it into a tree. Just like, here, this is our entry point, just so we don't lose it if something stupid happens.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough. You both pop outside, you survey around, you just kind of right into the wood.
Shall we venture up the road to try to meet them on the way, or wait patiently?
I mean, honestly, are you able to see that mark pretty well if we do venture up the road? Like, do we have any dye or something that we could smear
It has
upon the
gold
tree?
in it.
What? The tree?
No, the axe.
There's gonna be gold in them trees.
Yeah, but
Oh, that was close.
The tree needs to be marked more. You know what? How about this? You stay here, and I'll go a little bit up the road.
Very well. I shall wait.
Hamburger, why don't you protect him?
Wait, I have an idea. And I snap my fingers and mortar pops up and mortar just pops on your head.
This thing weighs like nothing.
Ooh, I'm gonna poop on you.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
it is an ethereal being.
that is true. An ask theor. All right, I'm off. Goodbye.
Okay.
Every now
so,
and then I'll just switch on my eyes until I can't anymore, just to look around.
Okay. And Hamburger basically just kind of like plops down and loafs right beside you. Just sort of looking around. His head will snap over in a direction real quick as he's kind of hears something and I'll just look around again.
I find a
Yes.
big stick.
Easy enough. You're by the edge of the forest.
It's literally just like the 5-year-old thing of stick, hit stuff.
Okay, so Pez, as you walk along, you begin hearing whack, whack. And you look back and Brick is just beating the shit out of trees at random.
I remember when I did that with my brother. That was a fun game of hit the tree with the stick. Although oftentimes I was the stick.
What is it? Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Okay, so you travel on up the road with mortar on your head.
Mhm.
Okay. Make a perception check as you travel along, sing your song. I wish I knew the words to
Hey.
that offhand.
21.
21. How long would you like to travel for? Are you going 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Let's go an even split of 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Rebel.
You walk up the road for a fair bit of time. You don't have a terribly huge grasp of time, but it's more once your attention span starts to lapse, you don't really see anything for a while. Kind of put your hands on your hips and you just stare down the road, and it goes as far as the eye can see. It just starts rolling up hills and down. Don't see anything yet. It is still fairly early in the morning.
You know, I'm a cast Speak with Animals. And, am I able to talk to Mortar?
Let me look at the spell real quick, because
He takes
Or-
on the form of an owl. For all intents and purposes, it is just a fey owl, or did I say
Well-
celestial?
you can comprehend and communicate with beasts. Is Mortar technically a beast?
It's technically a fey?
Fey,
Or
fiend, or
I don't-
celestial? So... No?
Let me.
Oh, all right.
Does
that's
the
fine.
spell say anything about what qualities they take on?
Speak celestial?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it just says beast.
Wait, hold on a second.
can't.
I think I just came to a realization Zaan's been able to understand this owl the entire
Oh,
time.
the familiar has the statistics of the chosen form, though it is a celestial, fey, or fiend instead of a beast.
Okay,
So you
I won't
can
be able to
attempt
talk
the
to it.
spell, but Mortar will just kind of look down, twist its head around, and just at you.
all right. I guess I need to brush up on my who. In that case, you there, bird,
Oh, just a random bird now.
random bird.
You do see one of them kind of look down your direction, but it keeps on flying.
I have worms. Wait,
That word, I don't think it means what you think it means.
Title of the stream.
I have worms.
I have worms.
Got that one out of the way early. There we go.
need to find another animal to talk to.
Brick, after a time of you hitting the tree, Hamburger finds a small stick and begins kind of like whipping its head around to hit the grass.
I look at my stick. I look back at Hamburger, and as I'm doing this, I don't realize it's subconscious, but you start to see the like kind of flames come up out of the crescent again, the magic flaring,
Well, Hamburger
as if
sees it.
as if it's trying to form something. And I kind of look at this, look at the stick, and I look at Hamburger, and I go, I throw the stick, see if he goes after it.
You threw it at Hamburger? That's mean.
No,
but-
no, I throw it like away.
Oh, okay. So you throw the stick, and Hamburger with the stick in his mouth just looks back at you, looks at his stick, kind of spits it out.
Go get.
Just loafs.
I start looking at birds.
Okay.
The feathers have attracted my attention again.
So Pez, do you stay up the road a ways, or do you keep traveling on?
I'm gonna travel a little bit further, trying to look for another creature who might pay mind to me.
Okay. So you travel up the road a little ways. There's not a whole lot of creatures this close to a main roadway. And as you are traveling along further, you see way off in the distance a little shape come up over the hill. Kind of goes down, disappears for a while.
I wonder if that might be our quarry. Damn. I thought I had a way of messaging people, but I don't, 'cause I'm smooth brain. Nope, I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. You wait around for a little while. You have really good eyes with your hat on, especially with that 21 roll. But it takes another 20, 30 minutes for that cart to trundle along towards you. It'll disappear for a few minutes, come up over the edge of a hill. You'll see it kind of go down, disappear for a bit, come over the other one. Gets closer and closer, and soon enough you do see that there is a cart with looks like a pair of packies harnessed up to the front of it, the Friar Tuck looking dudes, and there's an older human male sitting in the seat, and there is a big sumbitch behind it.
Are they close enough to see me, the human?
Well, you are quite small.
Damn.
Yes, they do see you.
Runs you over.
I held nervous.
So as you lift your hand to wave, Mortar is still on your hat and kind of leans as you lean. Whoo! And soon enough, the cart does trundle up towards you, and the man in the seat kind of like pulls on the reins and goes, "Whoa! Good morning there. You lost, little friend."
On the contrary, I am looking for, I assume, is you.
He kind of leans back a bit. And
I ain't here to rob you.
he's kind of looking around himself now, because off the side of the road about 100 feet or so is taller grasses, and it's kind of prime hoodoo voodoo spot.
Oh no, you don't need to worry about all that grass. There's just a bunch of bugs and a couple of murdering marauders in there, along with a couple of sticks. But yeah, it's fine. Anyway,
Make a deception check.
Fuck.
What happens when we let Pez go off by himself?
That was a natural 1 + 5.
Natural one.
Well, at the very least, he doesn't believe you about there being brigands out there, so that's a good thing. You wanted to fail this. He kind of seems to calm down a little bit, catching on to your sarcasm, and he leans his elbow with the reins still in his right hand, and "You say you were looking for me. Who might you be?"
I am Pez Marigold, leader, de facto leader of the Tempests. And, I believe you might be the courier who my companions and I were looking for.
That would be me. The name's Conrad. I have, and he kind of turns around and gestures at his cart. Have the supplies that you ordered, and he gestures behind him further, and now you're able to get a more decent look at it because it kind of had its head down. Says, "This here's Cassie," and the head comes up, and it is a beautiful Paracelophilus. Or did I say that right? I think I did.
Yeah.
Kind of has a purplish blue mouth that sweeps on down through the comb. The blue continues along on the ridge of its back, but the rest of its body down below is a mixture of green, a deep like grassy green, and like tanned earth on the underside. Very, very, very pretty creature, but it's large. Like it's very, very big.
I didn't realize they came in your size.
Well, ain't you a beaut? I mean, we're not too far away from where all my other. Oh, look at it! We're not too far away from my compatriots, so I guess just keep heading that way. you'll come across a statue that's moving. Kind of
Well.
dumb.
There's no point
But,
in you walking if you're here to show me the way. Hop aboard.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Okay, so you hop on up.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really kind of an odd sight to see you bebopping along with just a fucking owl like leaning with you as you like climb on to the cart. But you hop up and he kind of looks at you, looks at the owl who looks at him. Come on, yep. And the two packies begin to trundle along again. It's a much faster travel back from you walking on your own with your tiny little legs. But soon enough, you do see Brick. And Brick, what are you doing at this point? You've thrown the stick.
So I have been trying to coax the birds into coming down because I think they're really pretty. And so I've been like trying to hold my hands out like and stay as still as possible to see if they'll land on me.
Make an animal handling check at disadvantage.
Natural 1, they shit on him.
Okay. Not too bad. What's my animal handling? +0, so this will be a straight roll. Fuck, I wish that hadn't been a disadvantage because that was a natural 20, but the other one was a 13.
A 13. You do sit there for a time, and you, being Robot Man, you're able to sit pretty damn still. But as you're sitting still, you kind of watching and observing, and you see that the birds aren't just landing for the sake of landing. They're landing and plucking at flowers or plucking at seeds or sitting in the branches and like defending their territory. And eventually you come to the realization that while you are standing still, you have nothing to really entice them with.
I try to pick up like seeds and nuts off the ground and like scavenge real quick and then come back up and like hold them in my hands.
Sure. Make another animal handling check.
With advantage because of pack tactics.
I'm just here with my hands out now because I made that description.
19.
19. Much better results at this point. Your palms are out with the seeds and you sit very still. Eventually, a bird comes and lands on your hand.
Crush it.
Kind of twitching its head around, looking. Seems to be keeping an eye on Hamburger, but it starts picking little seeds out of your hand.
I don't move. And I'll say I'll say by this time is probably when Pez comes back because it probably took me a while to figure that out. But Pez, as you come back and you see like maybe one or two birds sitting on my hands, you see these little almost like flame-like blue things coming out of that little crescent I have on top of my head, and they just barely look like feathers.
What the hell's going? Are you on fire or are you a bird? What?
Huh? And birds fly away, flames go out. What?
What? You were.
Hello!
Oh God.
It's hot as hell to be out here in all that armor.
Huh?
Mr. the Conrad, this here is Brick. He
Morning. Kind of tips his hat to you.
Good day.
That's not armor.
Well, look, I'm just here to deliver your goods. This is as far as I go.
Yeah,
So-
yes. Yeah. Are we to offload everything here or do you like clear?
I can't go through the woods there. At least I was told you'd be taking it from me.
That is true.
Look around. How much stuff does it look like we ordered? Because Brick doesn't know.
4
Do you
wheels at least.
wander up to the cart?
Yeah, I wander up to cart just to see what we got and just kind of take a look.
Okay. Zaan, you were the one that placed the order for most of the things. So correct me if I'm wrong. You have the food rations that Fern got for you. Brain seized up for a second there. Sorry. You also have the 4 wagon wheels that are considerable in size. The two rear ones would be taller than you, Brick.
Wow. Okay.
But again, you
I'll
do
see
see the parasaur that's
Yeah.
kind of tied up at the back of the current wagon, and it's big. Like
Okay.
you sort of look at it and you're like, yeah, that'll pull it.
Okay, so Brick is gonna start like allocating, like getting the parasaur, tying it up to a tree, putting stuff on its back, and like figuring, okay, how much can I carry versus what's the best way to do this, and just kind of allocating resources to who can carry what the best.
Okay. Pez is probably not going to be able to carry too much.
I'm, as a matter of fact, going to be riding on the parasaur and introducing myself.
Unless you wanted to do like a Johnny Depp thing and run atop the wheel through the forest.
No, I ain't that qualified or skilled.
Okay, so you hop up onto the parasaur. How long does Speak with Animals last again?
10 minutes, so I'm going to cast it again.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't think it lasted all that long. All right, so you take a little while with the help of Conrad and kind of rig some of the stuff up to Cassie, who seems to be restless. Is probably the best word that I can say. Not so much like not wanting to do it, but just it's like kind of ready to move, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you
The
cast
parasaur's name.
Cassie.
Okay.
Cassie.
Okay.
So Pez, you cast Speak with Animals again. What do you say?
Well, howdy there. My name is Pez, and what's your name?
Brick, as you're still tying everything down, you hear Pez speaking, and the parasaur's head kind of lifts and tilts back, and Pez, you hear, "Hi, they call me Cassie."
Well, Cassie, I like you already. You're gonna fit right in with us.
Ooh, I hope so. Where are we going?
We're going on an adventure.
And this is
Where?
Brick. You kind of are having trouble as she seems to be getting excited and isn't really wanting to hold still as you're still trying to like make sure everything stays.
Let's hold off on the excited wiggles just for a little bit until we get you all situated, and then we can wiggle on through the forest.
Head turns towards the tree. She goes, "Ooh, okay."
What's your favorite food?
She kind of looks down and goes, "That
Grass.
grass is good."
Grass is good. I'm not too keen on all the tree star stuff, but I'm pretty sure I can get you some of the orange things, the orange stabby things that you pull out from the ground, and I think you'll like those. I think they're called carrots. I think.
The head tilts
Or-
curiously, thinks about it, and then you kind of feel what's almost like a shrug and a "Okay."
Yeah, you'll like it. While we head out there, I'll tell you all about our history, so you can be well acquainted once you get to where we're going.
Oh, we're all
Okay.
fucked.
So you spend a little while. You get her rigged up with the wheels. They don't sit great. They kind of clack around a little bit, but she doesn't seem to be having any trouble carrying the burden. And you two bid Conrad adieu. Turns the wagon around and begins heading back up the road. You head on in through the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a little bit slower coming back. You do have to navigate a very large dinosaur with very large wheels strapped onto it. But eventually you are able to find your way back to the clearing. Has any of you doing anything different than before? Are you two still doing yoga and Zaan still chopping up trees?
At this point, I'm probably gonna be taking stuff off that's gonna need to be replaced. That's coming on this cart. So like,
Okay.
trying to get some of the wheels that aren't supporting the weight of this thing, which I don't think they are anyways.
Well, the wheels aren't supporting the weight because the wheels are broken.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
probably pulling those off.
Okay. So, as the three of you that are still there in the clearing area, you hear the heavier footsteps and the cracking of branches and trees, and soon enough you do see this large creature lumbering through towards you. Brick is walking along at its side, and Pez is up on its back.
And that's how we came here. After grueling weeks and months, what seems like years with that metal one over there. But yeah, that's the story so far.
As you
I
wrap
feel like
up,
that was very flavored. Like you did a lot more than you said, or you did a lot less than you said you did.
Well, I mean,
It felt very embellished.
nah.
I mean, like the part where you took down the bandit single-handed.
Yeah. Yeah,
That,
I mean,
that never happened.
yeah, it did.
And then the T-Rex single-handed
I mean, yeah.
also never happened.
One shot right through the eye hole. Right down.
Can Zaan hear that T-Rex part?
make a perception check. Because they're not exactly being quiet, but you are working with wood and hitting things.
What is perception? +8, and that is a 16, so 20.
Oh yeah. You hear the bullshit.
You are so full of shit that Rex was mine.
I mean, you brought it back to life and killed it again. This is Zaan, by the way. He's the crazy lunatic bunny. Try to steer clear of him.
You just hear the deep rumbling, resonant bellow of the dinosaur. The 10 minutes passed a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware.
Yeah. But the rest of you do hear this kind of trumpeting call come from Cassie.
Damn. Didn't notice they made some such big.
I know this one is a little bit bigger than the one that my pa rode on. Anyway, everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest family member, Miss Cassie.
No.
Hello, Zach Cassie.
I can't get over the little boba bean. Pass the fuck out.
He has separation anxiety, I guess.
Oh.
Zaan's gonna walk over and pet her.
Seems very calm and kind of leans her big head in and kind of sniffs you. It's big enough and enough of an inhale that you feel your fur kind of.
Ugh. Oh. Damn. Lungs. I hope I smell alright. Oh, I see. I thought he was holding that smile for a really long time.
Oh.
My screen's just sitting there like...
Oh.
Oh, I see. Brick had his power blink.
That
so
face,
confused.
though.
I mean, like, I thought it was one of prank, to be completely fair, so I was like,
Yeah.
"Ah, whatever.
He's training to be a
That's a
mime.
pretty good face.
He had that mischievous smile on his face.
Looks constipated.
A little bit.
Don't tell him I said that.
Oh, I will.
Don't do it.
I mean, I guess we could take an early break while we wait for him to come back, or we can keep going.
Mm,
I mean, because we're just doing simple unloading right now, so
Yeah, we can. Oh, there he goes. Now we died.
yeah.
Might need to take a break because the cameras are all wonky.
That's fine. We'll just keep going. He wanted to move, kind of get things moving along anyway. So, while we wait for him to get back, is there anything you all are particularly doing? On the back of Cassie, you do see a few satchels that you can see some greenery sticking out of it. Looks like maybe some brown paper bags that could potentially have be like wrapped up meats. There are the 4 giant wheels that were ordered to put on the bottom of the cart. Who's doing what?
I'm unpacking.
I was about to
Helping
say Zaan.
unpack.
Yeah, Zaan's gonna work on the wheels. I'm gonna let the small one and the ladies handle everything else, and then whatever Brick feels like doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably help me with the wheels.
Yeah.
I want to unpack, and then after she unpacks, she's going to try to make sure that all the breakable, movable objects are secure. If we're planning on being mobile. Oh no.
What?
He said he might be out for a bit.
It'd keep going.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember who was beside him. Nim, can you share your screen for me real quick? Or share a screen for me? Just gonna try to push cameras where they belong.
No picture.
Nope, that didn't work. Abort. Well, the stream will be a little bit fucky, but we'll just keep on going for audio's sake. So, for the sake of the argument, Brick is going to be helping with Zaan for now. Is anyone else going to be helping Zaan with this, or are all of you just kind of...
Does Zaan need help? Zaan, do you need help?
I don't mean to sound rude, but do you think you can lift either of those?
A wheel?
Yes.
Can I try?
Please,
All I'm
please
saying
go.
is more hands make lighter work.
Yes, I mean, you
Let's
can
do
help.
it! I'm gonna try!
Okay.
One
Any,
of the smaller ones, please.
any and all of you that wish to help, if there's more than just the two of you, then a group strength check for anyone that wants to help here.
Do you want me to roll for Brick as well, or
What, Kasumi?
Kasumi's strength is a negative, so I don't think she can help.
12.
12? And yes, Zaan, you too.
I have what's my strength? So I'm at 21, and does anybody know Brick's modifier?
I
for
can roll
strength?
for Brick real quick.
I was about to say I rolled a 14 for him. I just don't know what his modifier is.
I got a 14.
I rolled a 21, so I'm going to go with mine.
Okay.
So yeah, between all of you, it's a little awkward because you're all kind of different heights, but you are able to get the wheels into place, and through various means of leverage and all of that, it takes you longer with the first wheel to figure out the best method of getting the wagon kind of propped up properly, and then getting the wheel into place so you can secure it on. It is leaning a bit now, the whole house. So Kasumi, as you're inside kind of fixing stuff, you sort of feel like a whoa. But yeah, I would say it would probably take you
At least a couple
45
hours.
to an hour just to get the first wheel figured out. And yeah, if you guys want to go for the next one, roll again.
You want to roll for Brick? Or you want me to?
I'll
Actually,
roll for Brick.
15.
Brick didn't do so good.
15.
Brick threw out a spring.
plus 3, so I rolled a 15, so 18.
So this one, again, it takes you a little bit as you're taking things off and putting it back on. But eventually you do get the front two wheels on. It's getting around lunchtime at this point. Take a break for food. Come back later on in the afternoon. Do 2 more checks for me.
You just want us to roll all of them right now?
Oof. Okay, so that was an 11 and a 20.
16.
16.
16 as well.
11 and a 2.
Oof. Okay, so Pez isn't quite so helpful on the last go around. Starting to get a little bit tired. Oh, I got a nat 20 for Brick. Zaan,
He single-handedly throws the card up and throws the wheel.
Zaan, what was your final
My
roll?
second one was a 14. It wasn't all that high.
A 14.
Yeah,
so
7.
everyone kind of gets a little bit tired, but Brick just kind of like, huh, 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 human jack stand. He's able to get that with the extra help of leverage. Even able to get Cassie to kind of like get her snout underneath there and help you get everything in. But by the end of the day, I will say, as the sun begins to get a little bit lower in the sky, you have all 4 wheels on the cart. It is an excellent start.
Woo! Whoop, whoop.
So, I'm gonna fast forward on into the evening. Is there anything anyone wants to do for the evening before going on to the next day?
Zaan's gonna put rocks in front of behind the wheels just to make sure.
Gonna chalk the wheels.
Yeah. The car don't go in.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. Storm here in Orlando.
Happens, man.
It's okay.
So, all 4 wheels were put on with your help. The last
Yeah.
one, everyone was getting tired, but I rolled a natural 20 for you. So you basically just human jack stand the house to get the last one on there. But it is getting on towards the evening, so it's a night of rest. If there's nothing that anyone wants to do, we will fast forward to the next day.
Yes.
Okay.
Prepare to fast forward. Fast forwarding.
Please go.
So is there anything that anyone wants to do to help Zaan speed this up? There's some more cosmetic work. There's some structural work. There's the yoke for harnessing up Cassie that still needs to be worked on. Who wants to handle which task here?
I will deal with. I will help.
Okay, so two on the dinosaur.
I was about to say, if
That's the yoke?
the yoke's gonna take measurements. Zaan might want to do that one. The other stuff that's cosmetic is just pretty. It's gonna be planks for the most part.
Yeah, if we're talking structure, Brick will do structure, I guess.
Okay.
Leave
Make
the
sure
yoke
it's
to
not
Zaan.
gonna break.
Okay, so
I'll do any heavy lifting anyone needs.
we will say for Vanera and Pez, one of you make Pez. You have proficiency with leatherworkers tools. Okay, so there is that handy dandy Bronto hide, I do believe.
Yep.
So if you could make a leatherworkers tools check for me, Vanera, if you could do an animal handling check for me in trying to keep Cassie still so that Zaan can measure and Pez can also measure for.
No, 14.
No, 14.
Meant to do. It's a
So
dex
it's-
check, right?
The leatherworkers tools, I would say that's Dex plus proficiency.
We're using the Bronto hide for saddle instead
The
of
harness
a cloak.
19.
19. Well, keep in mind, it was a big old chunk of leather, so.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. That's fine if that's what we want to use it for. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. We never finished.
Pez, you said 19?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, you've had enough experience with this sort of stuff. You're able to get the appropriate measurements to kind of rig up a comfortable harness to attach to the yoke. Vanera does her damnedest to keep Cassie in place, but she seems very wiggle wormy, and throughout most of the day, you do see her kind of off in the middle of the field, and she's kind of just like does sort of a mixture of a cat and dog thing where she'll just kind of wander out there and then just boof on her side and begin squirming around on her back. So it can be a little bit tricky to get her to sit still long enough to get the measurements that you need. But after a time, I will say that you're able to get length, width, all that. Pez is able to start working on the harness. Zaan, you were able to work on the yoke. Brick, my main man. Okay, just making sure you were still moving. Make a. You said you want to work on more structural things, correct?
Yeah, I can just help anyone with heavy lifting or work on the structure when no one needs me. Just make sure it's not going to break on us at some point.
You can always come to Zaan and ask what needs to be swapped, and then Zaan can just bark orders to you.
Yep, that works.
Okay. So, continuing on the rest of the day, you're all working. Anything else you want to do before moving on again?
Do we have paint?
I didn't order anything.
Okay. Are there any berries in the patch?
Like fucking Kasumi. Yeah.
She would add water to it and heat it up first.
So,
Oh,
boosh.
got a brush there, little missy.
Make a survival check as you
Okay.
leave everyone to their various works and you begin to go and forage for stuff.
Survival. Let's see. If D&D Beyond wants to wake up.
Wake up!
Okay, so it's +3. 14.
14. Yeah, you're able to go and find some berries out and about. We'll even say that since Vanera was out looking for plants the previous couple days, she's able to point you over and say, like, over there in the corner, there's some good stuff there. So you are able to go and find berries. As far as being able to make dyes out of them, you can try.
She's gonna experiment.
Okay.
Make the place a little homey, you know?
And attract the bees.
So real fast,
Snail's gonna eat it.
does Zaan see this out of curiosity?
Make a perception check at disadvantage because you are very much in work mode.
Would you hate me if I said I rolled 2 20s?
I tilt the camera down.
Oh shit!
I see the 120.
Wait.
Where's the
I
other
rolled
one?
the same die twice. I
Same
literally
die twice?
Why? He twied.
Yes.
He twied.
The god
I'm gonna do is
Zaan sees Kasumi wandering around for berries.
Well, no. I see her try to. After she grabs, I'm just gonna toss a piece of wood on the ground and say, "Test it on that first."
Okay.
That's it.
She
That's
just
all.
grabs the wood and just marches inside.
Wait, inside.
She's gotta cook it first.
Sounds gonna go back to my job.
So Kasumi is going to attempt to make dyes, which I'm going to need a... God, what do I even make you roll for this?
I'm not expecting to be good at it.
Technically, it's cooking. If you really think
I'm
about it.
going to say do a nature check at disadvantage. 'Cause
Okay.
You've never done anything like
Come
this.
on, Kasumi, roll 2 20s!
A nature check at disadvantage.
Yes.
I'm gonna use
Oh.
a different die. Where's another one? It's probably not gonna be any lower. 7.
7. You were
I
able to
saw-
make a chunky paste. Smells pretty good.
It smells good.
Yeah.
Jam.
Smells like berries.
While you failed in paint, you made jam!
She's gonna try to paint our names on the little plank thing.
Yeah, so you're able to goop on some paint.
It's arts and crafts.
It's something.
Mom, look what I made at school! It's wonderful, honey! Throws it in the garbage.
At least the inside, when the rest of you are done for the day, the wagon smells pretty good. There is
She's-
definitely no longer that lingering scent of death from the pantry.
She feels pretty proud of herself right now.
Your hands are also kind of colorful.
And goopy.
Kasumi, your glasses are also crooked.
Okay.
There you go.
It's my headset that's doing it.
No, it's the face. Just. So if there's nothing else you would like to do for the evening, we can go on into the next day. There's a husky.
A chusky.
Chusky.
A very concerned husky.
What is
Oh, look, it's mono. You've been infected.
Yeah, so cute.
That's a Pomsky.
So we shall continue on into the next day.
Yes.
Zaan, on your list of things to do, is there anything else that you are particularly looking at?
Did I finish everything I was doing for Cassie? I didn't know if that. I didn't know
Yes,
if I
considering
do
that you
finish
were focusing most of the day on the yoke itself, you already had the wood that was kind of prepped and ready to go for that. So I would say that you were able to get that done in the last day.
Yeah, if we got the wheels and that on, the only thing Zaan's gonna have to do is minor cosmetic stuff, and if he sees anything structural, so do I need to roll to see if I see anything structural that I probably want to take care of? Or?
Make an investigation check.
I do not know what my investigation check.
And is anyone else doing anything else for the day?
Ooh, wow. I guess luck is
Just helping.
not on my side. I rolled a 3.
A 3. You're kind of tired. You're looking around and you think you've done everything? It all
Man,
kind of
look
looks good.
Whoo! This was hard.
It's not the
Rex!
prettiest thing you've ever done because you've normally had help. I mean, you've had help, but you used to have help with
A
people that knew
workshop.
what they were doing.
Yeah, a workshop, a place to work that's not, the middle of a fucking forest.
And you're pretty much using only hand tools. So it ain't pretty, but you think it's okay?
Listen, if we get to a town, I don't give a shit. I'll pay to have that bitch look new.
Okay. As the rest of you begin to awaken this day, Zaan is outside inspecting everything. And as you all come downstairs, you see in the front door is just Cassie Head.
No. I'm gonna go give her smooches.
Are we ready to disembark?
There's like a little a seat up front for me to pilot, right?
So I do need to,
Yes.
I do need to point out, will it fit without help through forest?
Might have to wind our way through. Rick might have to lift it over some stuff.
I asked the DM, this isn't you. DM, is it possible to fit it out of the forest? Because we're fixing this, and I'm sitting here in the back of my head, I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna get it out? Do I have to
Certainly
smell
have
like
to try.
As someone who grew up next to a forest and played in the woods all the time and then drove stuff through the woods, yes, you can. It just takes a lot of careful maneuvering.
I could stand on the roof and chop it with my sword.
I like that idea.
But then the part of the tree that we need to get around is still there.
Yeah, you just
I'm
took care of
talking
the...
Take off the
little
top of the
branches.
tree.
I'm talking about branches.
Oh, okay, that's a little better. I'm sitting here like, I'm watching you, I'm like, the fuck's that gonna do?
If there's an entire tree in the way, then move. That's clearly not the way to go.
Hold 1 second. No,
So,
that doesn't work.
Are
sadly.
you all
Damn it.
prepared to attempt to get out of the forest?
Actually, hold on 1 sec. Let me look at something real quick.
Wait,
Is
do I
there
speak with-
anything? Was there anything in the journal about how this got here?
Brick's gonna hand over the journal to Pez, and you already have the file because I sent it to you. I didn't see anything, but you can always take another look. As I look at my ring. How tall is it? How tall is the carp?
It's
Right.
it's a little over a story and a half. Because
Okay, it's
again,
not gonna fit.
the inside's bigger than the outside is, but it's still a decent size.
Yeah, it's not gonna fit.
Be somewhere between 10 and 15 feet from bottom of the wheel to top of the tower, maybe
Yeah.
20.
I was gonna see how big the ring expands, but it only expands into a 5-foot circular portal.
We fucked.
Oh,
It's gonna
Brick!
take us a day to get it out of the forest.
So, Brick, how's that helmet of yours going?
I can use the helmet. It'll only last for an hour.
Pretty sure a giant.
Go!
Yeah, I was about to say, Vanilla, I need a whip.
A whip?
And Brick, I need you to
As-
be Triceratops.
As long as I know what I'm doing before I change, we're fine. It's just anything after I complete whatever task I'm doing, I get a little confused.
Yeah, so a giant Triceratops would probably knock over trees better than cutting some over or cutting some down, whatever.
We can give it a try.
So yeah, worst case scenario, I'm gonna take my anger and frustration out on the trees. Best case scenario, you get to knock them down.
Do we want to try that first, or do we want to try maneuvering first?
Just spit as much
What
as we can.
sounds more fun to you?
Let's try maneuvering first, and if we get stuck, I'll happily knock over some trees.
If you insist.
All right. I'll pilot this. If Lady Kasumi, if you would like to cut off the higher ups, just so we don't scratch the fresh paint up top.
Okay.
Do we have a rope?
Yes.
I would probably need to tie a rope around my waist just in case.
Zaan's gonna take out some basic rope and throw it to Kasumi.
Is there like a chimney on top of this little house?
It's pinned in the comments.
There's
Chat.
there's kind of a small little metal chimney. It's not the kind of chimney you're expecting. There is the tower in the back.
Kasumi, I will put it in chat just for you again.
Okay, that little metal chimney in the front will be fine.
Okay.
I will use that as my anchor.
So just so we are all in accord, we will try to fit through here. Pez and Kasumi will try to take branches down. I will assist with guiding, and if anybody, for the love of God, Vanera, don't cast Speak with Plants.
Oh, yeah. You probably don't want to do that.
Fine.
Unless you want to have nightmares.
The
My
urge to
leg!
make a really dark joke is very strong.
Fine.
I mean, you're more than welcome to, but you might not like what you hear.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Kasumi has tied herself off to the chimney on the top of the home and is going to be taking out branches that come anywhere close to her. Pez is in the driver's seat. Brick is a potential Triceratops whenever you decide to do that.
I'm gonna stay on the ground in front and kind of be the spotter, just like watch out for this. Kind of
right.
just like keeping an eye out.
Zaan, what are you going to be doing?
I guess I'll be sitting up with Pez for the time being until notices something that needs to be done, because realistically, that's pretty much covering all of the bases.
Vanera?
I was gonna be sitting up with Pez.
Okay, I'll stand up with Kasumi then. Taking branches out, fuck it.
Okay.
All right.
You're probably better equipped for that anyway.
Yes, pulls out my exceptionally large great sword. Let's fuck some trees up.
Okay. So, for starters then, you hitch up Cassie. Pez, make an animal handling check.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
What happened if I rolled that physically? Let's find out. Hopefully it was better. It was not better. It was the same roll. It was a natural 1 plus 5, so 6.
Are you shitting me right now?
I wish I was.
Get rid of that dice.
Okay, so
My brother touched it.
Pez gives the reins a little whipping. Yeah! And Cassie begins to move quickly.
Oh, I'm
And
holding on.
Seems
why are
to
we going so
maybe
fast?
be forgetting
Pez.
that there is a wagon attached to her. And while she can fit, there is a thunderous crash, and the wagon goes tippy-tippy and is about to fall. I need Kasumi and Zaan to make a dexterity save.
And I run over and
Okay, so
Nope.
I need to know if I pass or fail this because I'm gonna have to roll another dice or roll a fucking or just wait. You said what was it again?
Dexterity
Dexterity
save.
saving throw?
Plus 3,
Okay.
12. And if I don't pass, I need to know because I can add a D6 or a D4
Can I-
to that.
Can I cast Speak with Animal?
We'll get to that.
I got a
Kasumi,
10. That is low for me. I got a 10.
a 10. Okay. Zaan and Kasumi, you both go tipping over the edge.
Can I roll my die to see if I don't fail it? 3, so it was a 15.
A 15. You begin to tip over the edge, and you feel your feet leave out from underneath you. But in your brief moment, you're able to feel something on your hand, and you grab hold. You were able to grab one of the ropes that secured the luggage onto the roof, and you slam into the side of the house, taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Kasumi, you also fall, but you are held on by the rope. You get a wicked little bit of whiplash with 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are whipped onto the side, but you didn't completely
Ow.
fall off. The wagon, as it kind of rolls around the tree, thumps back into place, and Pez is grabbing onto the reins to stop Cassie, who comes to an eventual stop. But the home also took some damage.
I just pictured that, like, torso folded over, like, dangling from the rope.
Pretty much. That's pretty much exactly what has happened here.
Rick just stares at what just happened and said, "Alright, plan B." And I turn into a Triceratops and I just start mowing down a path.
Zaan is just looming behind Pez, not happy look on his face. Arms
so,
crossed after getting up.
Vanera, you said you wanted to cast Speak with Animals?
Yes.
Okay. So you cast Speak with Animals. You're kind of looking up to check and make sure your party members are okay. What do you say?
Cassie, we have to go slow when we're pulling the wagon.
Oh.
Shit.
You can't be too excited. It's very precious.
Can I go now?
Can she go now?
Katsumi's trying to pull herself back up the rope.
Trees haven't moved. They're still treated.
Yeah, with the rope's aid, you are able to get back up, but you are definitely going to have some bruising.
Bruises.
Yeah.
It's just gonna starfish lay on top of the roof for a second.
Zaan's gonna look down. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I didn't see it going that way, but I'm glad I need the rope.
I'm just surprised that our cart expert didn't expect it to be a little bit more smooth.
You have an expert?
Zana's gonna bonk Pez on the head.
Rude.
You still have Cassie, head twisted back, looking up at you with one eye.
Well, Pez, is it time to go now?
Brick, do the thing.
He's already doing the thing.
Yeah, trees are just flying everywhere.
Well, you have to figure out.
Brick, what's your strength modifier as the Triceratops?
as a Triceratops,
Yeah.
it is +6. I got a 22 in strength.
Jesus.
+6. Alrighty.
Did the trees survive the carnage?
Okay. So, overall, good rolls. There are a few trees that give you some trouble. You're not taking down every tree. You're taking down enough trees to try to make as decent of a
just make a
pathway as possible. There are a few that give you trouble. You kind of like, there's one that you go up to and you don't even like headbutt it. You just sort of like, and it just falls over. But then you go and you do it to the next one. You're like, yeah, and you have to hammer it a few times to really, because it's a big old hunk of deep roots, and you're able to get it over. I will say over the hour, you're able to get a fair ways through, but you're just knocking them over. You're not exactly getting them out of the way.
Oh, I meant like I wanted to knock them over and then like roll them to the side so that it almost creates like a barrier pathway, like bumper cars.
Okay.
Like bumper lanes almost.
So then that will hinder some of your progress, because you
Yeah,
have
but
to
it's
take time to
unnecessary.
do that. Yes. So while he is doing that, Pez, I need you to make another animal handling check.
All right. Oh, thank Coyote. 24.
24. Okay. With Vanera's words of advice to Cassie and your more careful hold on the reins and knowing starting to figure out how much to pull to get her to go just far enough to make everything fit, you start making your way through, and you're getting more and more comfortable of how to drive the wagon, and Brick. Okay, should I be a dick to Brick or no?
Yes.
There's a die. Evens, yes. Odds, no.
I rolled a 19, so I guess no.
Oh.
You're very ingrained in your task, and you're eyeing up another tree when you feel yourself start to shrink. You're like, "Ooh, I'm glad I didn't start running at that."
Rick totally would have done that. He'd be like, I'm running out of time.
Do you want to try it?
Yeah, I want to try like last bit, like.
Okay. Let's see. Make a dexterity check first
Okay.
for,
With the
for
statistics.
speed.
Oh god, his dexterity's -1 as a Triceratops.
Oops.
7.
You you start to go and you start to change and you're like, oh shit, and you're like trying to go from being on all fours to all twos.
All twos.
All twos. You're going from quadrupedal to bipedal. Now make a dexterity save
Okay, as Brick.
as Brick.
10.
10. You catch a tree root. You go tippy. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you just through the underbrush,
Okay.
and kind of end up like on your back, legs up on the tree, head kind of looking upside down towards the wagon. You kind of almost got it.
Well, you did quite a lot.
I'm
I'm
okay.
Common Brick. Son's gonna jump down and help him up.
Brick kind of like, as you help him up, he kind of like moves his foot and like, oh,
Okay, I got you, big guy.
sorry, readjusting. Also, even though it was a Triceratops, I'm very sore now. I didn't even know that could be possible.
But yeah, you were bumping trees out of the way with your fat ass. I mean, it was impressive, don't get me wrong, but still.
I didn't even know it was possible for me to feel sore. Oh,
Son's gonna poke where muscles would be and see what happens.
Dink, dink.
Yeah, it's first time for everything. So, DM, how much longer do we have to do this for? Well, how far did we get?
It is beginning to get a little dark. Brick was only able to do that for about an hour, but he was able to get through some of the thicker parts of the forest. The trees are a little bit smaller, a little bit further apart. It does slow your travel a bit more, as Pez is having to really weave around and sometimes has to get Cassie to back up and kind of re-angle and get forward. Once in a while, Brick and Zaan will have to take a tree down, but it's another couple hours by the time you finally reach the edge of the forest. You see the open field and the road. You are finally out of the scraggly little thing. You are finally out of the forest. But the sun is beginning to dip off to your left.
Oh, this darkery. Yeah, so you guys kind of found a camp here on the side of the road?
I mean, I don't mind.
How does the dinosaur feel? We could just take shifts through the night of being up on the driver's seat.
Sure.
She
I'm
might need to sleep just like us, but I don't know.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals and ask her that.
What are you asking specifically?
Hold on,
How's she
before you do
feeling?
that.
Yep.
How long does mine last? I just don't want you to.
Well, it has been a few hours since you cast it initially.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Pez, what are you asking Cassie?
How you feeling? You think you can go all night through the day, or you feeling a little bit sleepy?
Kind of pauses, and you all hear kind of a low rumbling, and can't go all night.
All right, then how about we just fall off here? You did good. You did good for your first little trek.
Okay. And then just sort of belly down on the ground.
Well, she has spoken.
Not to realize the dinosaurs could turn into a loaf.
Oh, you'll be surprised what could loaf.
Vaughn's just like imagining him picking up Pez and forcing him into loaf shape.
Brick kind of like cocks his head into the side and just like tries to loaf.
Now, Brick, if you hear a weird, like, transforming sound, don't go any further. It'll hurt. You might turn into a car.
What is a car?
Agreed.
Kasumi's gonna laugh and plop down, fox form, loaf.
Is everybody loafing?
Now Brick is just trying to imitate her.
Legs tucked up underneath there.
I think Zaan would have to
can't.
I think Zaan would have to be naked to do that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, let's not do that. If you're going to get naked, do it out here, because I'm going to be civilized and go inside.
It's a... Did the guy who just did dirt naps call me uncivilized?
I believe that was what
Yeah.
happened, yes. It's quite amusing.
Yeah, you're getting naked out in public. No
I'm
one
always
wants
naked.
to see you naked. Well, I mean, you're metal, so.
Hey, Pez?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking rabbit.
And?
Have you ever seen a rabbit very close before?
Pez has
Yeah.
never seen a rabbit.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, all the time.
I mean, I assume that's what they always look like you.
Not
standing
even a
erect.
jackrabbit?
I was about to say there are rabbits in the desert. I thought. Who knows? Fuck it.
Not in our world there aren't.
Pez, rabbits don't fact.
Mammals all over the world are very rare, especially the small ones. You're more likely to see bigger mammals like dire wolves who are able to hold their own against the giant lizards, but regular little mammals like rabbits and moles and such like that, they're not common.
Well, I'm not getting naked. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. Let's Whatever, I'm going to sleep at some point.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take last, and then during my watch, I can make sure Cassie's all fed and ready to go.
I guess
can
I will. Oops, sorry. Please, no.
Kasumi's gonna go back into human form, and I can take second.
I guess I will join you then.
Okay.
Okay. Cassie is currently still hitched up. Oh,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
still hitched up and is chewing on the grass in front of her. Welcome back.
uh-oh.
We are having all kinds of technical difficulties tonight.
Yay, technical difficulty.
Fucking updated, like, thanks.
I did that to me earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Right, GD2.
who was taking first watch again?
The
Vanera?
one who's drinking.
Okay. So the rest of you, as you go to bed down, have you all pretty much kind of claimed your spaces in the home where you're going to be sleeping?
I'm sleeping out in the grass right now.
Okay, so Zaan is outside.
Naked.
I assume I'm back in the library.
If that's where you wish to be.
I
How
am the
many
book guardian,
bedrooms are
guardian
there
of the
again?
books.
What, Kasumi?
How many bedrooms are there again?
There's the one master bedroom that you've been splooting out on, and there is the guest room that Peasant Hamburger have been kind of using.
Okay.
Brick has
Kasumi's
been staying in the
flexible.
library.
Kasumi's flexible. She can pretty much sleep anywhere. So,
Okay.
she's small.
Okay. So, Vanera, it is your first watch. Is there anything you wish to do?
No.
Sorry? No?
No. No.
Okay. Well, in the interest of kind of moving things forward, your watch is relatively pleasant.
Okay.
Cassie is asleep. Zaan is out in the grass somewhere, having little dreams of fighting and slaying his enemies.
You'll never take me alive.
Second watch comes around. Is there anything you two would like to do during your watch, Kasumi and Zaan?
Zaan's just gonna look as he sits outside and just see if there's any damage that he notices from the, sudden introduction of trees to the cart.
You don't have dark vision, correct?
Nine.
Then I would say you can make a perception check at disadvantage, or an investigation check. Sorry.
Let's do it! Well, too bad I rolled a 3, so perception's 8. So,
It's dark.
11?
You're not really able to see anything. You know that the left side of the wagon was hit pretty hard by the tree, but it's just... let's see, actually, what kind of... Even though it is nearing the twin full moons, there's cloud cover. It's a little bit hard to see.
Oh, man. Just gonna plop his fluffy butt in long grass and just continue his watch outside.
Okay. Kasumi, is there anything you would like to do?
She's just gonna kind of sit there next to him and just kind of listen to the sounds of nature, and if anything, abnormal happens, she's just gonna kind of keep her ear out.
Okay. It has been a while since you've had an animal companion with you, so there is a new sound in the evening, and it's the deep bellowing breaths of Cassie. But you soon get pretty used to the noise, and it becomes part of the rhythm of the evening, and everything seems to be going fairly smoothly. Third watch? Third watch.
Third watch. Third watch.
I'm gonna rouse Cassie a little bit, and I think I'd like to read like the first entry of that there journal.
Just going to kind of read it aloud to Cassie. I mean, you said you were going to rouse her.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay. So you get Cassie to wake up, get her some feed. You want to read the first passage?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Sure.
No. Please go ahead.
Property of Jocko Kuhn. All right. Day unknown. Don't know how we got here.
Last I remember, we were in the hills fighting some Minotaur, yak things. The next thing I knew, Kelpie and I were in a forest. The others, nowhere to be seen. Anyway, I figured I'd start writing things down. Kelpie told me it would be because she was too busy tracking and navigating. We have enough rations to supply us a while, so we should be able to find a town before we run out. I hope.
Interesting.
Okay. Cassie seems to be paying attention, whether or not she understands. Could be up for interpretation. But soon enough, the end of your watch does come around. The sun peeks over the horizon to the east, lights up everything. You were able to see some of the damage that was done by your natural one. You absolute savage.
Yeah, let's just find some leaves and put that over there. Yeah.
So as Pez kind of picking up grass, like spreads it out, that is where we're going to take a little bit of a break. So we'll be back in just a few minutes to continue on with the adventure. We'll be back soon.
Oh!
Okay. And we are back, and Bricker is getting closer and closer to being the dead.
Just keep adding tallies to whatever check mark you're keeping for him.
Anyway,
I did nothing.
So
I'm innocent.
the last we left off, the Tempests were finally able to get the home out of the forest with only one major incident. And by the time they reached the road, it was getting later on in the day, so they decided to rest for the evening. Pez was the last to take watch, and towards the end of his shift, he woke up Cassie and read her an excerpt of Jacques Coquin's journal. So, the sun begins to rise, peeking in through the windows, waking those of you who had been asleep. Pez is already outside with Cassie. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
Everyone ready to roll out?
Zaan's still in that long grass. Wiggling around it. Yes.
All right, well, let's mount up and head on that way.
Onward.
Well, since we're not in
Bummer.
the woods anymore, Kasumi's gonna go inside the car.
Okay.
Hey,
I would
check
like
out
to
Snail.
cook breakfast.
Oh gosh. Breakfast in a moving cart. That's gonna be an adventure.
Well, since most of you had been outside going through the forest, those of you who go inside, it's weirdly stable. You may feel the occasional slight swaying, but it's a moment of like, am I drunk? No, I'm good. Okay.
I hate that feeling.
It's oddly not rickety in here.
Well, that's good.
That
Okay.
is true.
I was worried I was gonna get motion sick too much.
Is Pez the only one outside?
From what I'm hearing, it sounds like Pez is the only one that's driving.
Oh no. Probably a really bad idea. Just Does know where he's going?
That way.
That way.
Well, I'm gonna take care of the food. Start putting it up in the pantry. That Snail graciously cleaned for us.
Check on my son, please.
I check on Snail.
Snail is that 1-inch cube sitting on his little red dish beside the basin.
Better.
So, Vanera prepares breakfast while Pez gets the wagon moving. Not gonna have you do an animal handling check because it's basically just yeah, and you're just following the road. There don't seem to be that many turns. Pretty landscape. You just see rolling hills, the forest on your left and on your right.
So
Is
much
there any-
green. I hate it.
So, gonna fast forward a little bit just to get things to be kind of interesting again. It will take around 2 to 3 days if you are doing the normal travel during the day, sleep at night. Is there anything...
We're headed towards the crossroads now, right?
Theoretically.
Okay.
So, is there anything that anyone wants to do on this journey? Is Pez driving the whole way?
I'll take a turn.
Yeah, I don't mind passing the reins.
I'll take a turn.
Okay.
I just have a break at some point.
So,
I will say, I'm going to assume Brick saw Kasumi practicing with her new weapons at one point. And so, like, one night when we're kind of getting ready to go to bed, just as we're kind of bedding down, he's going to want to ask to spar with her one night.
Absolutely.
okay.
Yeah, as that goes.
Very well, then. I'm going to have you both roll an attack against each other.
Okay.
Make sure I got my shield and everything equipped.
And we're going to do
Wait,
this...
you're gonna have your shield on?
Yep, I'm going to have full AC.
We're going to do this as a the first to 3. So the first to 3 hits. There will be no damage. You are going to be pulling your punches, but you are still actively trying to hit each other. So roll your attacks for whichever weapon you wish to use.
Well, if he's gonna have his shield, she's gonna see that and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna activate my dress."
Well, it's not that necessary. I only rolled a 10 for the first one.
I have to remember what my plus is.
Donna's going to be watching this, by the way.
I was going to say the other. I meant to ask, by the way, are you leaving Cassie hitched up overnight?
I'll take her off tonight.
Taking her off at night? Okay, good. Because I would have started giving her points of exhaustion for being unable to really roll over and sleep while still harnessed up.
Okay.
So Brick
So
got
for
a
my
10,
attack-
so Brick did not hit.
For my attack roll, did you say we're doing straight rolls or we're doing our?
Roll as if you're actually trying to hit something with your weapon.
Okay. 21.
21. Okay, those are misses. Roll again.
It's a good spark. Ting, 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 ting.
You've only attacked each other once. There's only one ting.
Oh, jeez. I'm rolling like crap right now. 11.
17.
Okay, more misses. Keep going.
Come on, hit somebody!
18.
No, 18.
Roll.
18 doesn't hit.
Oh. Camera's being stupid again.
Kasumi!
You know, one day I'll be able to spar and not kill anyone with my bullets.
Oh.
That's not...
19.
Natural 20.
Oh, crap!
Okay, so that's a first hit for Kasumi. 19, does that hit you, Kasumi?
That just hits.
Just
Wait.
hits.
Okay.
Is she with... Wait, what's your armor value right now?
It's 19.
Are you
Don't you
counting the
fucking
+1 for being close to Zaan?
Yeah.
From your
Do
friendship.
I get a
okay.
+1?
No,
I
but you don't have a friendship bracelet with me.
We have friendship
Oh.
bracelets. Yes,
So-
I was counting that.
Okay, I just want to make
So I
sure.
still did.
Okay, so that is 1 hit apiece. Keep going. It's the first of 3.
That's a miss.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
That's another 19. So just a grazing hit.
Okay. That was a no for Kasumi on that last one.
Yep.
This time,
Okay.
as I get the hit, I kind of like I flip the axe over and kind of whack her on the butt with the flat side.
Rude.
Brick, you dog,
I'm-
you.
Kasumi, this next one, roll for advantage, because that was insulting. You're mad now.
Okay, I will.
That was a miss on my part.
Wow. I rolled the same number twice on the D&D Beyond dice, so that was a miss.
Oh, well, I tried. Go again.
Miss.
26.
That'll hit.
Okay, so Kasumi comes back. She missed you the first time, but she's mad. It's tied up. It's now anyone's game.
Oh god.
That's a 25.
You got this, Kasumi.
Help.
Nope. All right.
No.
Brick gets in the final tap of a strike, and per your agreement, he is the victor. But it was close. I mean, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more round, and your armor bonus would have gone off.
Yeah.
But it was 9 rounds. That was a fantastic fight. The
Ting, 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 ting,
Yeah.
ting, ting, ting. That was much closer than I was expecting. No,
What is
offense.
that supposed to mean?
Listen, I was expecting Brick to be able to hit you.
Oh.
She's very quick,
Oh,
very
shucks.
Need I
She shows her
remind
craft.
you?
What did you think I was saying? Sorry.
I mean, need I remind you that I beat you in an arm wrestling contest?
You want to spawn me right now, little man?
I have guns.
Okay. I've got spells.
You know what? No, let's put a pin in that. Maybe we could have other townsfolk wager, and then we could walk away with a little bit of extra monies.
I gotta say, I am a little sad that none of you decided to bet on the outcome of that fight.
I'm gonna bet my money. Zaan knows what he's doing with his money. So much of it. So goddamn much of it.
Yeah, but Brick is going to look at Kasumi and that was very good.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
I'm always willing to train more.
Zaan will pat Brick on the back. You did very good, Brick. I'm gonna hit him really hard on the back. Good job!
5-star.
Clang!
Yes, his armored glove.
Douche.
I could have
Okay.
done that with my knockdown glove, but
Fist bump. All right, so you do have roughly 2 more days to go. Brick, you are now finally officially able to learn about ladies.
well. If it isn't that time for you to
What time?
learn, oh, well, I'm about to learn you about the raptors and the scorpions.
I'm intrigued to know about this too.
Now that Brick is knows what he's actually talking about, he's going to just describe the process in the most like deadpan medical terms that I can't repeat here on screen or don't want to, just to mess with Pez.
I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, dude, come on.
You're not allowed to.
No, I was.
It's not
calling
your
you-
word.
I was calling you that.
Just
not
let's-
describing.
Let's not.
Okay.
Well, I mean, all I was gonna say is that there's raptors like Hamburger, and there's scorpions like my hat. Then they eat each other. You. That was gross, man. What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, it was a purely clinical retelling.
Yeah, let's
Technically, it's right, Pez.
let's not do that because I'm gonna have that on my brain till I die, and I'm gonna haunt you because of that.
Pez, if you really think
Really,
about
Pez,
it,
you should mature a little bit if you can't talk about these subjects.
Oh, I'm well aware of these subjects. I came from an egg. What'd you come from? A box? I mean, I guess a box is kind of like an egg.
A butt or a box?
Just pat Pez on the head.
Now,
Yeah,
I'm curious.
oh God.
Where did you learn about these things, Brick?
Coitus?
I don't like that word. Let's not use that word again around me.
I think it's a far more reasonable term than some of the others I've heard Zaan use.
What, sex?
Where did you learn about the humanoid reproduction mating ritual thing?
Oh God, I gotta curb Zaan's urges here.
Let's
Just kind of
Extreme appropriate.
came with the package.
What do you...
pack.
I'm confused. I thought we... Nope. Not opening up that can of worms.
I understand the purely clinical biological aspect. I didn't understand the strange and still very foreign concept of using such matters as a pastime or a fight. Still a little confused about that.
Look, the only thing you need to worry about, or actually like concern yourself about, is a lot of that not only is just in the moment kind of passion, but there is also another aspect to that of which is love, and you gotta kind of, you know what? Scarred for life.
I just find this very humorous because I don't even think that Brick would ever be capable of doing such a thing.
I wouldn't say that. He's incorporated guns into his arms.
I mean,
Yes.
I really hate
he
what you're
shouldn't.
implying there.
he wouldn't be able to do the. He couldn't do the physical act without probably hurting the other individual, whether that be male, female, or in between, or I don't know how you swing, but I'm pretty sure he can make his own little clone of himself, like a duplicate, using different parts and stuff like that.
DM is just sitting there like this is actually happening.
Also, I do want to point out, I don't technically have, as far as I'm aware, a gender. You all just kind of assigned the he, him pronouns to me.
So what?
I don't technically have a gender.
No, that I get. But instead, the other bird.
What pronouns?
Descriptions of a person.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a subject that we have to spend too much time on.
Yeah, maybe this could
Care either
be.
way.
Brick, what do you want to be called?
Fine being called he, him. It is a little insulting.
All right. Well, that's perfectly fine.
I feel a lot better because if you were going to want to be called a girl, I'd have been a very bad man.
I mean, you do you. It's whatever your soul is.
Not opposed to being called a her or a she. Just never really thought about it.
I mean, let's put a pin in this topic.
Yeah, let's put a pin in this one.
And we're off.
Yeah, let's take off with this rocket ship.
Wow.
And all
Well,
of that was recorded.
Yep.
brought to
Can I do
you
it now?
by fools and fucking flagons.
D&D Beyond.
We really like to get introspective here on this
So,
channel.
Why can't
You're
this actually
so
be alcoholic?
uncomfy.
so the next 2 days go by with very interesting philosophical conversations about Brick's existence
Genitals.
and other things. So, is there anything else anyone would like to do,
So it's been 3 more days now.
give or take?
How many days was it gonna be to the next town?
About 3 or 4 from when you came out of the forest.
So we're nearing town.
Yes.
Okay.
Brick is actually going to just stay up in the tower sometimes and just kind of look out over the landscape because, again, this is all new.
As Kasumi deals with the menace. So
Oh,
there's
hand
nothing
yogurt's
that
all over
anyone
the
wants
place.
to do, correct? Apart from just enjoying the trip. So, eventually, off in the distance, you start to see hints of wispy smoke off on the horizon. It's about midday, a little bit before midday, and you see what looks to be a walled city coming over the horizon towards you as you trundle along. Cassie is happily plodding along under Pez and Vanera's direction.
I'll poke my head down to the tower and shout, "I believe we are here!"
I mean, you don't have to shout our presence.
I was shouting
I'm
like
alright.
down the tower.
We can all hear you.
Cool. So that is here.
Well, if we happen to look at the map that's on the inside, because I can't really see all that well because I've been out in daylight for so long and all I see is blur. Where are we?
So you go back inside to check the map.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. So you pass the reins on to Vanera and you climb down the side and go on into the wagon. And you're looking along it and you see where the beetle is getting closer. And it would appear that you were pretty much right on top of Crossroads. Well,
I feel like
Kasumi,
there's
what
gonna
did
be
you
a-
roll?
I don't know because he keeps hitting it across the room. He's now in a paper bag with it.
Sorry, Pez, you were saying?
Nothing. I was gonna make a dumb joke.
No, go for
I lost it.
Okay.
We are here, wherever crossroads are. Again, this is out of my zone of comfort. So, Zaan, since you have a little bit of experience up here, I mean, albeit behind some bars, but
Excuse me. The bars were farther west from here. I'm much more familiar with this place because I sacked places like this.
you like what orcs did?
You wouldn't quite have sacked Crossroads. It's way
No,
too
but
far
I mean,
inland.
like, I just mean, like, places in this area. I don't
Okay,
literally
got
mean
it.
crossroads, sorry.
Why would you attack a place like this?
Fun.
Why not? They
I
have
mean, there's-
things. I want things. We want things. Yeah.
But there's innocent people in here. What do they ever do to you?
I mean, that logic can technically be applied to anything. What did the trees of in our ways do to us? What do wild dinosaurs do to us? What does food do to us?
Well, I mean, my philosophy is if it hurts my family or my companions, then I'll do what it did to them. But I mean, just going out there and randomly blasting someone's head off, that's a bit much.
We do not attack the women and children that are unarmed. Only the ones that are armed fight. And or fought. We're not savages.
I mean, it almost sounded like that. It was very orcish of you. But, I mean, that's beside the point.
It is the way of broadcasting.
Well, if we ever make our way over there, it'll be, interesting.
Yes, there'll be lots of drinking and parties. And Zach. So yeah, that's at Crossroads.
Is there like a doorbell we have to ring?
It's like a doorbell goes into the wall. Ding.
So, as you talk and approach the city, you are following the road along, and it seemed that the road would head directly into a gap in the wall. As you get closer, you were able to see that the wall at its base is stone, about 4 to 5 feet up, and then from there it's all wood. When you begin approaching the gates, you do see that there seem to be some smaller structures clustered just outside the gate, like a small, almost shanty town. The area around here is not paved, it's very close to the grass. Most of the walkways seem to be dirt and mud. The people that are milling about as you get closer, they stop in what they're doing to see this giant moving house, but none of them seem overly malnourished or terribly dirty. There's a few that look a little worse for wear, but nothing awful. As you get to the gates, there are a pair of guards. One has a blue tabard on their chest, and the other has a red tabard on their chest. Both of them kind of look really confused at the cart, glance at each other, and then the one in blue sort of steps in the way and holds up a hand. Halt there!
Whoa!
Cassie is just plodding along all happy and then snorts as her head is kind of pulled a little bit, but she comes to a stop. That is an interesting thing. What is your business here?
I mean, she's just a parasaur.
Not that.
What do you...
What is your business in Crossroads?
We are passing through?
And we all hear this conversation now.
Hey, guys!
You metal man poke out of the tower. What ho!
Zaan's gonna open the door and walk out.
The blue tabard one kind of leans off to see you poking out of the tower. What in the... And then he sees the rabbit come out. Hell! Who are you?
We are the Tempests.
Yeah, but he said,
Bye.
well, hello.
Order of the king.
Yeah,
Pass through.
yeah, King Damien had a chat with us a few days ago, and we are making our way to Harpamere for his or for the wedding.
Very well. Tempests. Looks over at his companion. Isn't that the one from south? companion kind of thinks about it. Goes, Aye, that sounds right. Weren't the brothers looking for him? Mayhaps. He kind of leans to the side and looks at the wheels. It has that mark. That sounds like them. Yes. You are welcome to enter. The Wooden Hammer Brothers. They asked if we saw you come through. They wish to see you. If you, and he kind of like gestures into the town. If you go through, and through the main thoroughfare that goes west to east, go left, out the brain hurt out the western gate. Look for the Wooden Hammer. They wish to see you.
Sure, we will make sure that we pay them a visit.
Well, on you go. And he begins kind of waving the cart on through.
Someone's gonna walk back inside. A little puzzled, to be honest. Who is, so it's Vanera and Pez, are you guys up on top of it, or is it just you, Vanera?
I think it's just me.
I'm still looking at the map.
As we were passing, I'm gonna summon Mortar on my shoulder, and then in unison we're gonna like just like kind of look behind us, and I want to see if I can turn my head like an owl.
You try, but you whip your head around like Mortar does, but you feel something strain, and it didn't feel great.
Ah.
And as you make that noise, Mortar kind of turns like almost 360 back around to be like, huh?
I'm okay.
That's good. It's very weird being here. People on?
So,
I expected people to be upset that I'm here. Well, whatever.
as you go into the center of Crossroads, you see that the buildings are of similar make to the wall. The foundations and lower walls are made of stone, while the rest of the structure is made of wood, with ceramic tiles on the roof, on the rooftops. Most of the structures, as you're passing by, seem to be around 2 stories tall, with some of what looks like storefronts being just the singular story. As you go further into the center of town, you see that there is one building that stands up more than the others. And it's as you reach the center and you see the main thoroughfare where it's getting quite busy, and you're, Vanera, you're really having to rein in Cassie, as there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people hawking their wares, moving to and fro through their workday, and you are a big thing moving through this absolute crowd of people. But as you reach the T, you do see that there is another smaller wall in ahead of you, a little ways away, and to the right there is a structure that appears to be 3 or 4 stories, and it seems to be built almost as if on a hill on the inside of town. Everywhere else on the ground, it's all cobblestone and somewhat paved in a sense. But everything looks very clean, very tidy, very orderly. It's a stark contrast to all the places that you have been in so far in the Untamed West.
I'm used to this. So we are looking for these Hammer Brothers? What did they say? They said there's a big hammer
Hammer
on the
Bros.
building? Yeah, dude, don't even get me started. He said Hammer Brothers, and I'm like, it's fucking Mario Brothers.
I am looking around for a wooden hammer sign.
Make a perception check.
Can I use thaumaturgy?
Sure. What are you
I
trying to
believe
do?
it's a 21.
21.
On my own voice, as I loudly announce that we are just coming through, to please stay back so you stay safe.
Channeling your Andre the Giant. Everybody, move! So you very loudly declare this, and you see a bunch of people kind of shrink back from the loud noise, and they
Well, I
instinctively...
don't want to be like that loud. I just want to like raise my voice so that the people who are like in the general vicinity of like where our cart is, like, become more aware that there's something coming through.
Gotcha. They still flinch a little bit, and they move out of instinct just from the move out of the way. And then as people are turning and seeing that coming through their town, they definitely stop and step out of the way, but you are drawing a lot of stares.
Rick's just waving.
It's the Macy's Day Parade.
One man parade.
You do not see a hammer sign of any sort.
You say go through the west gate, right?
Yes.
Is there anyone around me?
I mean, there's a bustling amount of people.
I'm gonna point someone random. You!
You point at this unfortunate old woman. Yes?
Ma'am, I am looking for the Hammer Brothers. Do you by chance know where they are?
Oh.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, I've got the wrong...
I thought none of us listened to the directions. We're just like, yeah, we're fine, yeah.
I did not update this document. I need to fix that.
Yes.
Scandalous.
That is a huge fucking ship. What the hell?
It's bigger than your face.
Stalling for time.
Eat it in one bite.
Stalling for time.
You got this.
I mean, I
believe in you.
Turn it or do it.
It's
It's not one bite.
lame.
You're lame. Go away.
The LeMay.
The LeMay.
Do it,
Kasumi.
Kasumi.
Look at that chip.
Oh, yes.
Why?
All right, let's
I don't want that
you
reaction.
are-
Let's not do that.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Y'all,
let's
we're
not do that
streaming,
either.
y'all.
Alright.
So, one cool thing about D&D Beyond is...
Okay, I've got my stuff.
Oh.
Thank you,
It's
though.
absolutely nothing. Let's go.
One cool thing about D&D Beyond.
The older woman, like, frailly points down the west road. You're looking for Frankie and Polly off that way. Just outside the gate on your right.
I hope their last names are Mario.
They are not Italian-American accent. I'm going to be very displeased.
Thank you.
Okay, you are still drawing a lot of attention, and there's a fair few of those, the same similarly dressed guards in reds and blues. And actually, as you are in the middle of the street here, you see on your left, every building on your left has blue ceramic tiles on the rooftops. On the right, every single building seems to have red tiles on the rooftops. And as you're going through, people are staring. The guards are watching you very closely as you basically herd a house through their town.
Do I
But-
do a good job?
Kasumi's waving at people through the windows.
No, don't make me roll for it.
You said something. Roll an animal
Yes or
handling
no
check.
question. That's
was your
all
fault.
it was.
I wasn't gonna say a damn thing, but you brought it up. You roll an animal handling check. I was about to say as you approach the gate, but then you opened your mouth.
But if I have expertise, do I get anything for being expertise?
Get to
Well,
roll
the
the dice.
expertise it adds your proficiency twice. So yes, you are getting that.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah, that should be giving you a
25?
yeah, that's giving you a plus 10 to animal handling. So yes, you are
Yeah, I
benefiting
know.
from proficiency.
25.
25. Yes, you have had days of practice. You and Cassie have gotten a feel for each other. You're getting more comfortable with how hard you need to pull to really get her to kind of turn hard or turn slowly. And again, you're on a road, so generally speaking, people are keeping to the sides, but you are having to kind of like lean off to the side and be like, move. But yeah, you are eventually able to get to the next gate, and This time, there are 2 more guards, but they're facing away from you. And as Cassie comes through, a double take because it's already very large, and then a triple take is made as the house comes through. And sure enough,
Hello. Hello. Hello.
on your right, just outside of the gate, you do see a building with what looks like a hammer on the sign. It's a very similar design to the hubcaps of the wheels, which, my apologies, I forgot to describe these to you. But the wheels on their hubcaps have an emblem on them. There is a big block of wood in a rough shape of a hammer, and through the middle is a metal shaft where you would hold it. You see this same sort of symbol hanging from the structure. The building is shaped much like a U, with the legs of the U appearing to be 2 workshops. On the left, you see one that has a bunch of wood and the floor is covered in sawdust, wood shavings. On the other side, you see a couple of furnaces that are alight and ablaze. The building that joins the 2 has what appears to be a double Dutch door. The top is open and the bottom is closed. And you hear the sound of work being performed. There is sawing and hammering. There's the rhythmic banging of a hammer on an anvil striking some sort of hot metal. You hear a hiss as the metal is dipped and bellows as you approach. So, what would you like to do?
What were their names again?
You heard Frankie and Polly.
Okay. Guys, we're here.
Are you saying that to the interior or to us?
Yeah, to you guys.
Oh. I'll hop
Assuming
down.
I hop out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's disembarking.
Okay. So, the wagon comes to a stop. You all hop out. You were
Lock the door.
You were still. You are still hearing the constant sounds of work being performed within these 2 workshops.
Hello!
You hear the hammering stop on your left. Let me make sure I got the right one. And coming out from the side, you see what appears to be a very tall kobold.
Oh.
It's about 5 feet tall,
Oh shit.
heavily muscled.
Jesus. Shredded.
They have you almost think that it's a dragonborn, but the face isn't right. The face is Pez, but large.
He's so intimidating until you get to his face.
I just look at Zaan. Why is it always kobolds?
They are wearing dark blue pants with a matching shirt that covers the chest and the upper arms, with a very heavy leather apron, brown fingerless gloves, and they have goggles with clear lenses. And as they step out of the shop, they lift the goggles and kind of snap it onto their forehead, and you see that he's got a fairly sizable hammer, and he is just covered in wood shavings. And he looks at you all and goes, "You're them? Yes, yes, yes! Brother, they are here!" You hear the hammering in the other shop stop, and out comes another very tall, red-scaled kobold, looking almost identical to the other one. 5 feet tall, heavily muscled. This one, however, has a pair of dark goggles that seem to be, like, as he's walking out, puts them on his forehead. Is not currently wearing a shirt, has a leather apron, much like his brother, and he has darker colored pants that may have originally been that color, may not have. Around the waist is a thick brown belt with tongs, hammers, and other implements of his trade. He is also carrying a hammer, but this one is much, much larger. And this one looks up and goes, "Ha! They finally made it!"
Are they both red?
Yes, they are both red.
Damn, I was hoping it would
Yes.
be green.
Can I, like, squeeze in between all my companions and just look up at the Swolbolds.
That's the title.
Yeah.
Swolbolds.
Looking at the Swolbolds.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of shoulder your way through, and the pair of them look down and go, "The stories were true. They have a kobold on their team." Well, welcome,
Yo.
welcome. Glad you were able to make it. Seems that we did good job, yes?
Yes, the wheels went on quite well.
You have our thanks.
Good, good.
Have our heading.
We can do more? Yes, yes. We do more.
Zaan's gonna push his way forward this time.
Yo, you can spread it out. You don't have to push. God.
No, closer.
Be gone! Yes, actually, I did not think we would find you here. I thought that the wheels might have come from Hoppermere.
Can you get your microphone a little closer?
The wheels would come from Hoppermere.
Thank you. Just a little quiet, sorry.
Sorry, I haven't been talking.
Nope, nope. We got word from Fern. Good friend of ours. Yes, 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 yes. Good work. It's just fun making big things. You have very big thing. We work on it,
So-
yes?
Yes, so I have a couple things, and Zaan's gonna pull out a piece of paper that he had in his bag with a bunch of shit scribbled on it that he's made in his free time. So there's a few things that I want done. Repairing is one of them. Unfortunately, our driver hit a tree by accident,
Not me. Not me.
and it's gonna need to be repaired a little bit. As well as I want as much wood of this replaced as it needs replacing. I think we have a spare room upstairs with a bunch of stuff in it that possibly could use a bed as well. I would love to walk through this place with at least one of you and see what you would want to charge for all of the changes in the work.
The metalworking kobold looks over. Well, Polly does good furniture. Very good. Yes, yes. And then Polly gestures at his brother. He works on metal, makes really good structural integrity. We can fix real good. Yes.
It might make your life easier. We have a bunch of oars in the back if you need to,
Oh. And Frankie just immediately starts walking towards the back of the cart.
Brick, follow.
Just fling open the packaging. Just
You've seen a similar look on Pez's face as he gets like super excited about stuff. The mouth kind of drops open, starts to drool a little bit. It's like, oh, yes, yes.
and I start handing him all the different types just so he can look at them and kind of decipher what they are.
Can work, can work. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, yes. How much?
Wait,
I look at
what?
Zaan.
Wait, do you want to buy it all?
Yes.
How about this? Why don't you see what it's gonna take you guys to do the changes to the cart? And once we get a price for that, we can work something out.
Why don't they just use the metal and subtract it from the total price?
That too. That too.
Can work
Is
with
this
this.
a-
Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Can definitely work with this.
Use the metal that you need.
We do also have like silver and shit in there.
Yeah.
We could make it shiny.
No,
Make it pretty. To make it pretty.
we are
don't
ghetto
know.
blasting our cart.
Spinners. Very good. We look. Yes, yes. Take some time. Got other jobs must do. Must finish tasks for today. We look tonight, maybe tomorrow. Yes.
Sounds fair to us. I do have a question though.
Yes.
Why is the town color coded in blue and red?
Oh. Well. You are new here? Yes. Never been.
To this town, no. to the area? Yeah, I've been around it a bit.
And at this point, you're starting to notice that they both sound really similar, and one will talk and then stop, and the other one will talk as if they're picking up on each other's sentences. It's a little disorienting, especially when they're on opposite sides of you guys. Yeah, it's...
Often surround sound.
Crossroads is middle of kingdoms. Yes, yes. One side is Welterwatch, the other side is Harpermere. They come, they join here, they pass judgment, neutral party, both kingdoms.
What was the other kingdom name?
Welter Watch.
And
One
what
word.
color is Walter Watch?
Are you asking them, or is that a DM question?
Just want to know if I got
I
your voice
thought
or not.
I had just missed it writing it down. Sorry.
I don't believe that I mentioned that.
What color is which?
Ooh, excuse me.
Welterwatch is the red, they like to be on the air. Harpermere is the blue, they like to be on the water.
Interesting.
The
There's
air.
2 kingdoms, nightly kingdoms.
There are very complicated things that go on here, Brick. Even I do not know them. And I spent a lot of time here before.
Can we just
Yeah,
circle
notice they
back?
did done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. My bad. I interrupted you.
I just want to know about this air. Like, what's that all about?
The air?
Kind of looks up.
The air.
Why, but like, I know that, but like the kingdom of air.
Oh,
Like what?
Welterwatch. They are on cliff. Big cliff. Very high up. No way to get that. Big birds. Polly! What is? Pteranodon. Oh, Pteranodon. Quetzalcoatl. Big one.
Starts flapping his hands.
That would seem to be how they get up to Welterwatch.
Oh,
You can get from
What's
the
this?
ground, but no water. That's Harpermere.
Kind of points off to the east.
What happened there?
but I know what the big birds are.
Yes. Especially considering that most of them would nest up in the higher areas of your home.
Oh. And not pteranodons, right? Not pteranodons?
They did say pteranodons as well.
They did say pteranodons as well, though, as well as, like, I'm
Yes.
assuming quetzals.
They were kind of listing a bunch of different types of
Okay.
yeah.
So, you leave here, we inspect. Very good, very good. Yes, yes.
Is
Go
there
enjoy
any-
town. Town is
So
busy,
is that-
bustling.
Yes. Real fast. Is there anywhere we can stay or places that you would suggest looking at while we are here?
Place to stay. Would say Underhill Inn, very popular. Yes.
All right.
I have a few sets of armor I need to offload. Would you take them, or would there be someone else?
At this point, it is. God, I'm trying to remember which one's which. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I've got two names. It's F and P, and it's wood and metal.
At this
You want
point,
Frankie?
yeah, Frankie kind of raises hands and
I would love to look. Yes. Give.
I'll go in and bring out the chainmail and the splint armor.
Ooh, very good, very good. Seen fighting. Yes.
Lots.
Antique. Very good. I look. I fix.
I was actually looking to sell.
To sell. I will see. Must test. Add to cart charge?
Sure.
and that was splint and half plate.
Splint and chainmail.
Chain. Sorry.
Okay. You go. Go look at city. We look at this.
Can I ask them in Draconic
Oh. Do I know Draconic? Do I know Draconic?
I don't.
Fuck.
You wouldn't have. I'm waiting.
Sorry, I have. I would like. DM, can I say in our travels that I have attuned to something else?
That depends. Are you wanting to attune to this for the particular reason of what is happening right now, or would you
Yeah.
actually? Then no.
Well, I had switched it before before this interaction, like while we were actually traveling, and I just remembered it. But it's fine if not.
So you actually would have attuned to this instead of
Yes.
Okay.
I took something off before we even started traveling. I just forgot to mention. I did! I didn't switch it just now! I promise!
Okay.
I remember.
You're innocent.
I remember my first metagaming.
Go ahead.
I just want to use my detective's notebook to cast comprehend languages. I just want to eavesdrop.
Okay. I will say that you were not able to hear Pez's question, but as you start hearing the kind of more draconic consonants, you're like, ooh. And you kind of like sprint to hear the answer. So Pez, what were you wanting to ask?
Has there been any raids from people who look like him?
As I point at Zaan.
Okay.
Stop!
So Vanera, you pull out your detective's notebook and you
I can't! Oh
you quickly cast a spell, and you hear them both. The rest of you, this is completely unintelligible. They're just having a conversation that you're not able to understand. They both kind of look at him, look back at you.
Not here. Further north around the coast. It's a long travel to get down to here. It's not usually worth the effort.
Are they normally aggressive towards these people?
This far south, no. Bit too far into enemy territory. Up there, yes.
Enemy territory. Interesting.
He is of the Rokasin, yes?
I believe so, yes.
Then yes. Down here, might get bad looks. Maybe no sell. You show
Maybe
enough
no
money,
sell.
maybe.
So money talks here as well as it does in the south.
Click-clacks or click-clacks.
That is true.
no!
Alright, well, thank you for your information.
Of course. Yes. We'll work now, yes?
Yep.
Very good. Go. Enjoy town. Go away. Go.
Oh, wait. Sure.
Okay.
Is there a pastry shop?
Pastries!
Had to check my notes.
I was just thinking that. How did you read my mind?
You are all so
Cream
fast.
puffs! Is there a Swift Song chain here? DM?
You can certainly go and check.
I would like it to ask the nearest person I see.
Okay. So
You there?
you all head further
You.
into the city.
You there? I see you standing there.
As you head back into the city, you can see that the guards are back at the gate, and they seem to be trying to disperse people. There has been a bit of a crowd that's come to see this fantastic object that has come rolling through their town. And as the five of you go on in through the city, you're kind of having to push your way through people to get around and kind of go anywhere. If you would like to kind of pick someone out and just single them out for your questioning, you may. Or you can pick at Briad's matted fur and ignore me completely.
I was listening. I will ask someone if there is a pastry shop.
The orange tabaxi.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Now,
For
there a
our
pastry shop
audio
nearby?
listeners, Vanera is strangling her cat and is asking.
Ma'am. Ma'am, do you have wares if I have coin? Oh, why? Ma'am,
Nope,
please
run
don't
away.
look for me. Ma'am.
Khajiit has done no wrong. Khajiit is innocent of these crimes.
I would like to ask someone.
Right. So you kind of pick someone out of the crowd, and they kind of like startle a bit as you single them out and ask them about a bakery, and they go, it's kind of a younger boy, and you say, no bakery, but Underhill Inn has good food.
Second time I have heard Underhill Inn.
Well, as he tries to point through the crowd, but you see him pointing in the direction further down the street where you had seen the very tall 3-story structure.
Oh,
It's almost like that's where the DM wants us to go. I think we should go to a dive bar instead.
Agreed.
More than welcome to.
Is there another inn or location here?
There are a few sort
Which
of
one would you recommend?
Underhill. It's in between
There
everyone.
is no war in Bossing Say.
This is a pass-through town. Not many people stay, really. That's why there's only the one inn.
Gotcha. Well, thank you.
Of course.
Bit of an monopoly, but
Well, if you are looking to purchase, there's the butcher, the grocer, a tailor, and he kind of
Ooh.
points back outside where you'd come from through the gate. You found the wooden hammer. Other than that, this is mostly a place where criminals are judged.
you keep saying judgment of criminals. Mind elaborating on that?
People who commit crimes of the cities or the kingdoms, if it is severe enough, they are brought here to be judged, either to be sent to the west, executed, given lighter sentences. It is a middle point of the kingdoms.
would I have been judged here?
Yes.
Oh, I'm familiar with this town.
Yes.
So, like, do y'all have a local sheriff that carries all this out? Like, is there a noose, like a hanging, or?
How about the,
Not a mayor. There is the Grand Duchess, but
Grand
she is in charge of both sides of the kingdom per se. The one who does the actual judging is Takehiko.
Taco Bell? What?
Takehiko. Takehiko.
Spell that one more time a little slower, sorry.
Takehiko.
Let's say, because I'm pretty sure I would know who that is, at least somewhat. At least in passing.
You know this person. They
Oh,
are the
okay,
one that
fantastic.
sentenced you.
Yep.
You said she's the mayor of both sides?
Takehiko is the judge, the one who passes judgment.
Oh, and she's a duchess.
No, there is the Grand Duchess, who is a different entity. She is the one that sort of rules over the town as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
don't think we should go visit her.
I mean, I think we should. She sounds like a lovely individual who might give us some information.
I think that's a very bad idea, but yeah, you do you.
Where's she
do you want to
located?
go?
Yeah, where? Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
Cat attack.
I'm sorry. What was the question before the vicious?
Where did Zaan want to go?
Oh,
Not there. Zaan's not even going to tell you where this is. That if he remembers, he's not fucking saying shit.
so what's the plan? Where are you going? What are you doing?
I vote we see what's going on at the inn.
I will go with you.
Yep. Rick?
That-
I'm following.
Okay. So you weave your way on through town. And you eventually kind of get past the main crowd of people, and most of them are staying by the gate and looking at the actual wagon versus fully focusing on you. But as you get closer, you notice again, or I actually didn't describe this very well, right in front of the structure, you see another plot of land that appears to be a very small fence all the way around it. There's a fountain in the middle, very, very pretty flowers planted around. There's a stone statue in the middle of it. Just appears to be a little sort of garden of sorts. And just past that, you see the Underhill Inn. There's a sign hanging out in front of it. It consists of 3 floors, but the first floor seems to be completely covered with dirt and grass as if it's under a hill. On top of that, you see 2 more floors going straight up. You were also able to see on top of this hill, there are people sitting and having a meal. They're having little picnics. You see a couple come out from the bottom floor with trays of food, and they go and they pick a spot and they just sit and eat out in the lovely sunny day.
Doesn't seem so terrible. I might let you all go inside the inn. I think I'm going to stay outside while you do.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you good?
We are in the Nightly Kingdoms.
Mhm.
Usually people don't like my people at all in this kingdom. Or at least not enough to say anything to you, but they don't care for you. And that always isn't good when needing to spend money in certain places.
This is where we're staying tonight, right?
Yes, you could tell them how many people, but the less they know about those people, the better.
So, what's the plan here?
Is there...
Oh, wait, no. Those are all self things.
Never mind.
So Zaan will wait outside, kind of a few feet from the door, not going inside.
Okay. The other 4 of you are going inside?
Yep.
Okay. So, you head on inside, and it is quite...
Excuse you.
Wasn't me.
The very first
Background.
sound that happened when he changed the music was a belch.
Oh.
Just full on.
I hear you.
Well, so you all head inside, and it is pretty crowded and bustling. There are tables inside, but there seem to be a few that are kind of just open. Like they are busy, but it seems like a fair few people are heading outside to enjoy the day instead. Within, towards the back, you see the bar top, and there is a woman standing behind it, and she seems to be bustling back and forth to fulfill drink orders and handle most of the patrons. There are a few other workers bustling about at tables, delivering food, taking further orders. So, what are you all doing?
I will go up to the bar.
Going up to the bar.
Going up to the bar.
By yourself?
No,
Ow.
I'm joining.
Okay.
Apparently need
I'm
to.
gonna look around. Is anyone like? Obviously, people are going to be giving us strange looks and paying attention. Does anyone stick out?
No one in terribly particular sticks out to you. Most of these people seem to be fairly common folk. Shit, sorry, that's way too loud for shade. Sorry. There we go. I had to bump up the audio a little bit. No one terribly particular stands out to you. They all seem to be very typical folk. Some of them look like they're more farmers. There's others that are a bit more classy in their dress, like maybe they're just of a higher station kind of a deal. But there's no like shadowy figure in a corner. They all just seem to be enjoying their lunch or whatever meal it happens to be.
All right. Quick. One last thing. What day is it currently? Because I lost track with all the time jumps.
It is currently the 18th.
Of what month?
Of Myos, sorry.
Thank
Yes. It has been 3 days since Brick was able to learn about ladies. So, Vanera, you approach the bar, and the lady behind, she's fairly plump, freckled complexion, brown hair. It's tied really messily out of the way. She's got what looks like a long baby blue dress on with a dirty apron on top. And she kind of leans forward and she goes, "Hi, good morning to you. How can I help you?"
Good morning.
Is it still
Kasumi,
morning?
how long are we gonna be here?
I think in a few days.
You're looking for a room?
Yeah, for a few. Well, how many rooms, Kasumi? 4 or 5?
4.
If you're unsure, you can just rent a room per night. We're not exactly highly booked.
4 rooms for 3 nights for now.
4 rooms, 3 nights. That will run you about 13 silver total.
I give her a gold.
Oh my. Well, with this much, I can at least give you something to eat.
Okay, 2 gold.
That's far too much.
No,
Nope.
we really like food.
What's the exchange rate again?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
100 silver.
Brick is just back there like,
I thought it was 10 silver to a gold. Sorry, my bad.
so Vanera, you set down your gold. Kasumi, you reach for your purse and it's not there.
What?
In the meanwhile, Zaan's
We're
gone on
doing-
a shopping spree.
We're doing this shenaniganery.
Vanera,
Yes.
my coin purse is missing.
What?
Do I hear that?
Kasumi's immediately going to scan the room.
Okay.
I'm a scan too. And also
It might have
do
happened outside.
do the man check of like keys, wallet, everything.
All right,
I
DM,
haven't
do
felt
your
it-
check.
I haven't felt a tug on the sack, have I? The spider backpack.
Please. Please rephrase.
Rephrase.
Please
Like the
rephrase
worms.
that.
And they tugged the sack.
Stop. Stop. Sir.
I already did rephrase it. Get off my back.
Please.
My sack.
You haven't felt anything, Brick.
Is it still back there?
Pack is still there.
Okay. I'll take it off real quick and look inside. Is my gold still there?
You do not find your gold.
Those guys have disadvantage. They're good. I'm gonna use the compass and do locate object on my gold.
Okay.
Just quick. Find my stuff.
Everyone's like, I don't know why Zaan doesn't trust the Nightly Kingdoms. I fucking wonder why now. Zaan's always on edge here.
My hand is going towards my holster.
As you can't shoot anyone in here, put it away. Oh no, I'm not near him. Never mind.
Pez is in there
I
with
still
you.
have
Oh,
I still have my shield and my weapons, right?
Yeah, they're kind of fused to you.
Okay, just checking it. Well, my shield and my axe kind of aren't, or my greatsword, but okay.
They seem to be there.
Okay.
can I cast detect evil and good?
I've already cast locate object on my gold, so we're gonna find
I'm
these bitches.
looking for something different.
Okay.
You cast your spell, and you don't sense anything nefarious or celestial. Brick, you pull out the compass while the lady behind the bar is looking between you all confused. You don't sense anything.
Oh, they're long gone.
Or at the very least, they are not within 1,000 feet of you.
How long does the spell last?
10 minutes.
I'm gonna start retracing our steps.
Okay, so Brick,
We'll be back.
she
This is
picks up the gold coin. I'll hold your rooms for you. Can I get
Yes, please.
get your names? I mean, I'll remember you, but if it's not me behind the counter, I need a name.
So Vanera still has her gold though.
The Tempests.
Oh, the Tempests. Okay, very good. Yes, Vanera had her gold.
Yes, Nerso.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
You gave yourself the pat down for your keys, your phone, your wallet, and everything seemed to be there.
Yeah, I'll. Zaan, you just see Brick kind of walk out the door, following the compass, seeing if it's taking anything.
Was
Rick,
it when they
where are
were
you going?
Sparring?
huh?
So when we were. Maybe. I'm retracing my steps all the way back to the shop if I have to.
See Brick, I guess I'm gonna follow him.
Got so loud.
While
Okay. So
seeing the-
Brick is looking down at the compass, and it's just sort of lazily moving. It doesn't seem to be pointing in any direction just yet.
Zaan, do you have your money?
I always have my money.
Check. You need to check.
DM, do I have my money?
You do not.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to go visit the judge again at some point in this town.
Yeah, Brick and I don't have ours either.
How is it that I'm the only one that
I have mine.
It's not
Vanera,
good.
we need to stick close together, Vanera.
Mhm.
There's nothing I could do right there. Never mind.
I would like to cast Pass Without Trace. Yes.
And DM Zaan's going to be casting Locate Object on his coin pouch as well.
Okay. So we have Brick retracing his steps with the compass. Zaan casts the spell with a little storm cloud beginning to brew over his head.
Oh, Zaan's gonna be in trouble.
Vanera, what were you saying you did again? Pass
I
without a
said I
trace?
would like to cast Pass Without a Trace on
Okay.
us.
You cast Pass Without a Trace. So you are still kind of out in the open, but you all feel as if you'd be able to slip away without much notice, despite how unique you all are. So you begin heading back towards where the wagon was left. Okay. So that is where we're going to end.
Don't do it.
Unless
Don't
you
do
want,
it.
we've been going for 3 hours. Do you want to keep going?
I want to find my money.
Bitch, better have my money.
I'm good to keep going. If
I'm going to
everyone
keep
else is.
going, at least for a little while. You
For
good,
a li-
Taz?
For a little while.
I mean, my
Yeah.
brother's almost about to kick me out, but yeah, I'm good.
Okay, we can go for a little bit longer then. Okay, so Pass Without a Trace has been cast. You have your locate objects. Are you stealthing through the city? Or are you just walking through the middle of it?
Rick's not. Rick's just
Zaan's gonna keep his eyes peeled for anything that just looks shady. I know that that's very broad, but
Okay, you also do not sense anything as of yet with your spell being active, but you do have 10 minutes. So are you both staying together with your spells?
I mean, yeah, gotta go back to the yeah, I guess we're gonna
wooden hammer?
until we get to the hammer place at least.
Okay. You all begin making your way back down the street. The two of you keeping a close eye on the compass, and Zaan keeping his mystical radar open. You get to the western gate. The needle hasn't moved. You haven't received a ping.
How far was it from the western gate to the hammer?
It took you a good 5-10 minutes to walk the distance.
So my thing is up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Zaan's gonna go ahead and cast it again if it takes us 10 minutes. I don't care.
Did the area past the western gate look more well-to-do or less well-to-do?
Outside of the western gate look very similar to the situation at the southern gate, where there were some ramshackle buildings out there. The wooden hammer structure was a little bit in better repair, mostly through their own due diligence of being able to keep up their own structure, but the ones outside are a little bit more ramshackle.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the western gate. Zaan, probably going to find maybe a little better luck in the less well-to-do parts of town. Correct?
Logic would say yes to that, but this is unknown territory.
Oh, I should
In this
actually
aspect.
get off the tavern because you're not in there anymore. Just feels like, who is clanking around out here?
So I advise going back to the Hammer Brothers and seeing if they are familiar with pickpockets or something like that here, and then branching off from there.
Okay. We'll go through the west gate, and Zaan's, I guess you said you're still keeping up your locate object?
Yes.
Okay. So you go through the western gate and you head back towards the Wooden Hammer Brothers. You get there and you see that they are both kind of climbing all over the structure, and they are inspecting every single inch and detail. They seem very entranced in their work.
And no pings?
No pings.
When we get close enough, I'm gonna call out to Frankie and Polly.
Okay. You see one of them. It's a little hard to keep track which is which sometimes, but you see one of them whip their head over, go,
Hello, yes, good to see you. Back so soon.
We have a question or two real fast if you don't mind.
Sure. And he
like leaps off the side of the wagon, just kind of lands both feet down, just goosh, stands back up. How can I help? Yes.
Frankie is pickpocketing, or I'm sorry, is this Frankie or Polly?
It's Frankie. Sorry.
Frankie, is the pickpocketing common in this town?
Pickpocketing. Not common. Happens.
I
you
would like
know-
to look for thieves' camp.
Okay. Make a perception check. The Doppler effect on that horse is not working well.
Nay.
8.
8. You're kind of mad, and you're looking around, but you're not seeing anything.
Frankie, is there anywhere that is known for ne'er-do-wells?
Known for it. No. Perhaps most people well-to-do don't need to be doing the pickpocketing. Check the slums. Check the slums. Yes.
Thank you, Frankie. Which way is that from here?
Oh, going inside the gate right there. Hug the wall to the right. You'll go around past all the blue buildings. When the stones disappear to mud, you're in the slums.
Thank you very much.
Of
We're
course.
going back through the west gate.
Inside city. Yes.
Ah,
Our cart had a key, right?
Yeah, you were able to find a key inside. Which is why they've been climbing
Pez-
around on the outside. They haven't been able to get in to the interior
Okay.
to look at anything.
Pez just wants to make sure that it's locked. Like the parasaur beeped. Making sure that she's locked also.
So you go up and you test the handle. It's locked. Polly, who's up on the top, goes,
No one has been here but us. We will keep close eye. No pickpocket of the home. Yes.
Pez,
Wait, yeah.
before we leave, should we store our money inside?
I was
least some of it?
honestly, I was about to suggest that.
Okay.
okay, so you store your stuff inside, lock her back up.
Yeah, she keeps enough for like an emergency, but yeah.
Okay, enough to bribe the guards.
I'm gonna keep like 200 gold on me.
Yeah, same.
Okay, you can just make a little note of that since there's no real way to differentiate it with D&D Beyond. But okay, so you guys, once they're done storing their money, you go back into the western gate.
Yes.
Mhm.
I guess,
Okay.
as long as it's cool with
Kasumi
everybody.
is the entire way trying to see if she can see any thieves' camp. She's on the hunt right now.
You're keeping an eye out, and you're having no luck so far. Every now and then you see some scratchings that was you kind of like snap your head to look at it, and then you realize no, that's just someone nicked the wall or what have you. But there doesn't seem to be any thieves' cant around.
Okay.
Back to the investigate, as long as everyone is alright with this.
yep.
Okay.
Alright.
You head in through the west gate. The crowd has dispersed quite a bit. There's a lot more guards here now, and they seem to be kind of telling people to fuck off. You know, go, get out of the way. You're clogging up the street. You're clogging up trade. And even they are beginning to disperse and move further into the city. Do you head the way that they told you around the inside wall?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's another 10, 15 minutes of walking, following the wall. Very nice buildings on your left. Some of them are groups of buildings stacked side to side. There's one that seems to be just one very big building. But eventually you do get around to where the cobblestones get a little bit less frequent. It's more dirt. There's more mud. And you begin to see that there are buildings very similar to what you have seen, but they are smaller, older, more run down. Possibly some of the first buildings here that were originally built in the town and have not been so well kept.
So, Zaan's gonna wait until it seems like we're getting kind of closer to the center of this slum area before casting locate object again.
Okay. You take a moment to cast the spell. You all wait with bated breath. And you see Zaan turn and look in a direction.
Yes.
Onward.
This way, guys. And Zaan's gonna start moving with divine purpose.
Okay.
That's what Eldritch Trace, I believe, goes for an hour. So
Yes, you are getting close to the end. You're 30 to 40 minutes into it, so you still got time. But you wander through, and even though you're walking through the dirt and the muck, every now and then as you're just kind of glancing around, keeping an eye out, you realize like, oh shit, we're not leaving footprints. That's fucking awesome. But eventually, your wandering leads you to a very ramshackle structure. Single story, blue tiled roof. Zaan, with your passive perception, you hear voices inside.
Can I make anything out? Or just voices?
You hear happy voices, but as far as anything specific, not particularly.
Does this house go up against the wall? Is this a house like that's you could think that
It's kind of in the middle of everything. It's not right up against the wall or anything.
Hey Brick,
I
go around the back of the building and make sure there's no other door. Or a
I'll
window.
circle around.
Okay. You go around to the back, and there is, in fact, another door.
I'll walk back around. I'll wait out back and just post up at the door. Like I want to be like this far away from the door, so if anyone opens it, it's just
metal.
face full of metal.
Hold on a second. Yeah, that's a 19. Yeah. Zaan's gonna knock on the door first.
Okay. You knock on the door, and the voices inside stop.
Gonna wait a minute just to see if anybody comes to the door.
Was there any windows, or was it just the door?
There were windows, but they all appeared to be boarded up. If there had been any glass or any sort of kind of wood latticing, the shutters are kind of old and crooked. A few of them are just kind of barely just hanging off with like spit and luck. But most of the windows have been boarded up. And as you kind of glance around, you realize that a lot of the structures are in a similar state.
Is anyone paying attention to what's happening? Because we are some very colorful characters in the slums.
There's not a lot of people out. You have seen some people as you've been wandering through, but they are all keeping their heads down. They're all minding their own damn business. And even if there's someone wandering through pushing a cart, their head is down. They're not looking at you.
I would like to put on my ring of shrouding.
Oh, okay.
Fancy.
And it's just gonna... My facial features are blurred, my voice is distorted, so I can't be recognized, and I don't trigger... and I don't trigger the alarm bell or magical sensors.
Okay.
And she's gonna walk up with Zaan too. She's just gonna stand behind him.
Okay.
Hey Kasumi, you're more than welcome to follow me. Zaan's gonna reach behind him and pull out his sword.
Okay.
But you might want to stand back. And Zaan is going to very aggressively breach and clear.
Roll an attack.
15 plus 7, 22.
Yeah. This door is not particularly strong. Even when you knocked on it, it rattled a little bit more than you were expecting it to. So your sword comes through, and there are shrieks and cries of terror from inside. You hear a younger voice say, "Scatter! Run!" As basically this big-ass sword just came through the front door.
So, real fast, I still have my detect whatever going on. Which one of the blips has my item?
Well, there's... For you, there's not multiple blips. There's just your blip, and it seems to be running towards the back of the structure.
Zaan's gonna cast command on it.
Okay.
And, yeah, good. Make your saving throw.
That would be a 13.
You failed the 16, so they need to grovel.
Okay. So with the light coming in from behind, the room is very dark. The blip that you see just sort of thumps down and slides a little bit, and then all of a sudden the room, the figures that you were starting to be able to see with your eyes adjusting, your eyes are forced to adjust again as the back door opens, and Brick, you just catch a child straight to the chest.
Does it open in or out, the door?
The door opens out.
I just kick it back closed.
Oh, okay, even better. So the door starts to open, and you just kick it, and you hear a
Yeah, Zaan's gonna walk in up to his blip and grab who or whatever it is and lift it.
As you stomp inside, you see a bunch of smaller figures scurrying about, trying to hide behind things, and a taller figure comes, stands in front of you, and holds their arms out and says, hold on. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, yes."
I am from Rokusi.
That...
God damn it!
That is where we are going to end tonight. We're almost at 3.5 hours. People have to go to bed and do work.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. So, thank you all so much for joining us on this little adventure as we get back into some more exciting things than just fixing up a house. We will be back in 2 weeks for the next session. I hope you all have a very safe and very fun Labor Day weekend. Don't do anything stupid. If you haven't already joined the Discord, we're looking for more people to hang out with and talk and play games. And if you want to lurk, you can lurk. That's fine. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Nope.
May God help Zaan killing a child. But yeah.
Not killing a child.
Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Tune in next
good
time when
weekend.
Zaan's probably going back to prison.
I'm not afraid to go back to prison. All right. Good night, everybody.
Why?